ready to go live in three, two, one. What is up, people? I am here. You are here, and we are all together. We are back for another Monday night online open mic. It is October 18th, 2021. And yeah, this is about our like in our mid 70th in a row, 70 in a row plus online mics. As always, we have 20 plus performers who are going to be joining us, not just from El Paso, which we are based out of El Paso, Texas. This is a BWOMS event. I am rocking the t-shirt. Got to put the link in the chat. I'm going to find it right now and put it there. But my name is Richie. I'm going to be your host. And I'm really excited to introduce you guys to all our performers tonight. We have a lot of poets. I think it's mostly poets looking at the link. But of course, this is open to anything. We're here every Monday. And before we start, I do actually want to promote a couple of events going on. So if you are watching on YouTube right now, first of all, props. You're a real one. You were waiting for us to start the live stream. That is legit. But let me go ahead and tell you guys about some upcoming shows this week that we do have in person. So even though we're still doing these online mics and there are in-person shows, we're going to keep doing both as long as we can, as long as it's safe to do so, and trying to be safe as possible. So check it out. I'm going to go ahead and share a screen here. I'm going to try to. Even with a monitor, this is tough. Okay, cool. Check it out, guys. I'm going to get better at this. Announcements. Can you see the screen? Cool. So check it out. Once again, this is the Barbed Open Mic series based out of El Paso, Texas. We are part of Border Senses, a nonprofit literary organization that, in addition to the open mic, offers a variety of writing workshops to different demographics, including teens, migrant workers, family of migrant workers, and of course, we have some journals that we publish. We just recently published Life in the Time Anthology of Art and Writing on the Borderlands. So we featured writers from El Paso, Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Juarez, Mexico. And of course, this is the Monday night open mic. So check it out. I want to show some love to two big events we have going on this week in El Paso. These are in person. So if you are watching on YouTube and these have not happened yet, make plans to attend. First, we're going to go ahead and have a spooky season double feature featuring our birthday twins, Liam S. and Kit Ren, both people that we love so much, and they're such integral parts of this community. We're going to celebrate their work. We're going to be at Craft Rhythm and Brews in downtown El Paso on Wednesday, October 20th. Come out and celebrate their work. It is open mic as well, so if you want to sign up and perform, come through. The beer is delicious. It is all ages. They usually have a food truck as well. Lately, it's been Philly cheesesteaks and tacos, so that's always pretty good. I'm also going to film their sets for them as a birthday gift. Film the audio and video of their sets so they can do with what they'd like. Also, this Friday, we begin what I like to call the Southwest Shake-Up, the poetry, Poets Unite. This Friday, October 22nd, we are going to welcome Stacy Dyson out of San Diego. She's going to be our featured reader for our Poetry Pachanga #2. So this is also an open mic, but we are going to welcome a lot of poets you guys might know, like Kemlin and Marissa Prada, and just a whole slew of names. Sandy Shakes the Mic, as you see there. We're going to have writers joining us from Urban Cowboy Poet, and a couple other peeps, some surprises. So come on through. Let's meet each other in person. We're going to have at this place, Through the Looking Glass. It is an art gallery. It's a sober space, and so, we're going to do our thing, and afterwards we can go find some karaoke somewhere or a little bar somewhere downtown, but that's going on this week. And yeah, that's it for announcements, guys. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of that just to kind of keep people in the know. Of course, throughout this show, you're going to hear a lot about other online mics that you can visit throughout the week, writing workshops, features, podcasts. This is a community, and so if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, go check out those links. We're going to try and share them on the chat so you guys can follow as well. But say hi in the chat if you guys are watching right now. Poets who are in our Zoom meeting, performers in our Zoom meeting, as always, feel free to use that chat. Say hello. Hey, what's up, Nick? Nick in the house. PoetCon in the house. Sweet. Eddie, Poetastic in the house. Sweet. I'm seeing all you guys right there. Feel free to use that. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and get this underway. Let me get back to this list, and I'm going to get it right this time. One of the poets will be joining us in El Paso this weekend for our Southwest Shake Up. We have Kemlin on the mic. What's up, Kemlin?
Hello, everyone. It's so Great to be here with you, and I am so excited about coming to El Paso on Friday, and I'll be there until Sunday. Marisa Prada, Stacy Dyson, and Sammy Shakes is going to be there, and my dear friend UCP, Urban Cowboy Poet, is going to be there. So I'm super excited. Richie, yoo-hoo! Okay, Richie, can I ask you if I can have permission to share screen? And also permission to record. Thank you.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going ahead and just permission to record. Okay, that's a new one. There you go.
All right, let me see if I can pull it up. Can everybody hear me? Oops.
Yes.
All right, okay. Maybe I'll be unforgettable too. Disorder. I am experiencing rapid memory loss. Where have they gone? Mind fragments float. Butterflies, I try to catch them. I am too slow. My fractured mind, a partial enclosure once teeming, now only a chrysalis or two remain. This one's dedicated to my friend Brian Franco, Generalissimo, because he challenged me to write about my synesthesia. My diabetes medication confuses my taste buds. It tastes like metal, mental miscoding, misaligned taste buds, synesthesia of flavors. I bite into cake and taste, lick, rust on hard iron. I consume calories, but I have no joy. Once I lived to eat, now I eat to live. Food is medicinal. It tastes like iodine, dine on bloody cockles 24/7, live shellfish blanched with hot water until they open, vulnerable, pry the shells apart, dripping limp orange flesh hangs on, dip in black soy sauce with red hot spicy chili body. When I sip communion wine, all I taste is metallic blood. I taste nothingness, nothing bursts of flavor, like emptiness. My stomach growls in the kitchen, memories of sourdough rising, slow cooked stews and curries simmered, spaghetti bolognese cultivates for 2 hours, leftovers into egg fried rice with wok-hei, empty carry-out bags, boxes strewn counters, door, Dash and Postmates deliveries. My children ask in hushed voices, tones, is mommy ever going to cook again? I turn away sadly, feeling void in my gut. MRI. Am I alive now? Are you searching for my veins? I hid them from you. Empty, lifeless shell, arsenic poisoning me. I barely hang on. Am I waking up? Are your lips pressing on mine? I open my eyes, embrace my body, arms gently tracing hollow veins. I am comforted. Am I living now? Are you here right beside me? I am found by you. Finally, syncope. Syncope is the condition that I just described earlier today. I am having blackouts. So if you see me and I lose all facial expression and I black out for about 2 to 5 seconds, don't be distressed. This happens 5 to 6 times a day. I'll just reset myself and I'll be fine. Black, out, white, out, blank, out, lights out, mind fuck, this sucks, shut up, wake up, face falls, speech crawls, can't think, this stinks, oh damn, can't plan, oh shit, can't spit, can't write, this bites, no time to time, no time to sing, no time to think, no time to plan, no time to dance, no time to write, no line to dance, no chance, no line, no time, no time, no time, ding, 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 ding. Half between derailed, deranged, syntax, rearranged, tracks, switched. Look, squirrel. I like squirrels. Where am I? Where am I? Where was I? Oh, hello. No, no, no. Fuck this train of thought. I'm not getting caught up in this shit, this Sartre, no exit. I'm getting off a light, not going down without a fight. Do right, take time, make rhymes, take chance, don't plan, just dance, don't think, eat, drink, live, sing, love, right, now, 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 now. Maybe I'll be unforgettable too.
Nice, nice.
Wow, 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 wow. Yo, yeah. If you guys
Unbelievable.
mute yourselves, guys, I know some love.
That was incredible.
I don't think we could have gotten off to a better start.
Thank you.
That was a
You are
great use.
unforgettable, Kim.
Great use of Nat King Cole right there.
All right, Kemlin, was that it or?
Yes, I was afraid I was going to go past my time, but I've been working on this body of work for the last few months. Many of you have known my journey in my health, and so I wanted to share the current body of work with you guys.
Oh, it's incredible. You're doing great.
Yes, yeah. Thank you for that. I mean, that's yeah.
Gold out of that.
Right? Yeah, hearts with you. That's intense. Like I've only experienced something like that like maybe 2 or 3 times, and that's scary. So just hopefully we can help as always. Have a system of support around you.
You guys are my safe space. I mean, I bring all this weird shit to you guys, but I also bring my health conditions to you all. I am not ashamed to be with you. So yes, I have my disabilities and hopefully they're temporary, but if you guys need to like ding me, if I just nod off or like blank out, yeah, you guys are like my family. I love you all.
Thank you for the honesty and sincerity in that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so way to kick off that open mic. Awesome. Yo, that was the first performance and we're already like going deep into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. That's what these nights are for. Just like let it all out. Bleed it out on the page, on the stage, on the screen. All right, so let's keep it going now. So Kemlin is in Phoenix. Now we're gonna go to Denver and we're gonna visit one of the great supporters of the Lighthouse Writers Workshop. And of course, he always comes and kills it with his pieces. So let's go ahead and hand it over to Mike Sindler. What's up, man? Welcome back to the show. Let's go and spotlight you and with that plug.
Yes, indeed. Lighthouse Writers. Actually, they're having a really interesting event coming up. It's like a one-day thing where they're having all these different workshops, a whole series of things. It's like a sort of get yourself started out of I can't remember the name of it right now. I'll look it up and put it up later, but there's some really interesting events coming up and workshops. Yeah, as far as things going on for me personally, I am going to be in that same thing as Doc with the opening Pandora's Box, which should be a lot of fun. And I'm also doing the Day of the Dead. I'll be featuring on that at Time to Arrive. And also on the 7th, I'll be doing the feature at Black from the Blue out of Scotland, which is Dane Ince, who's so great. And various other stuff going on. I thought I would start with a sonnet that's sort of I don't know, get us into that whole sort of seasonal thing. And it's called Burn Bright for WB. If you're traveling through these woods tonight, be prepared. The wind smells of violence. The eyes within some distant deeps burn bright. Can you see your fate through clairvoyance? Perhaps your path will meet no obstacles, following constellations, ancient guides. But the tragic tales those patterns recall may leave you in this darkness petrified, destroyed like Actium by Artemis, transformed into a stag and then brought down. Orion too, as well as Adonis, by boar, by serpent, and by savage hounds. Avoid the symmetry of tiger's might as you wander the forest of the night. And thought I would go a very different sort of dangerous place to go through. This is called Born Screaming. I just wrote this one. Born screaming on a street named Just Us, where patrol cars pick victims at random, new fodder to fill for-profit prisons, no regard for culpability or legitimacy, just more bodies to feed the industry. To protest injustice or just to run, these are crimes in and of themselves. Juryless executioners pass sentence from squad cars to souls on sidewalks, taken and tossed from one hell to another. Born on blocks of blood-hot asphalt, paved uneven over birth-biased babies, kids piled up, bumps become barricades, held down, choked out, left to rot, generations held hostage, no exit lane, lives lone accomplishment turning a corner. And going from streets to, this is, doesn't take much explaining coming from this voice, called Gravel. Gravel rattles off tongue into air, floats, defying physics. Tap, 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 trickle falls onto microphone. Pattern chatter, clacking stone sentence structure, stacked cairns of syllables, rough sandpaper surface, polished cracked time-packed sedimentary surfaces, piled pebble puzzles, layer after layer of shattered glowing geodes exposing crystal pattern symmetry and simile, mind ore of allegory bouncing into ears and building bridges. And last one of mine I'm going to do. A friend of mine was going through like the little town where my dad's from in South Carolina. And there's this great little, it's called the Button Museum. It's an amazing thing. And so this is a triolet I wrote about the guy who did it. It's called Button King for Dalton Stevens. I woke up from a dream this morning thinking about the Button King and each object he's adorning. I woke up from a dream this morning, festooning, never conforming, beautifying everything. I woke up from a dream this morning thinking about the Button King. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the hat. And most people know Jim Carroll as one of the original punkers back in the CBD GB days, the original punkers before all this English stuff and all of that. And people who know him mainly know him for the song People Who Died. These are people who died. They were all my friends. But he was actually a great poet as well. And so I thought I'd do one of his poems. And it's called Maybe I'm Amazed. Just because there is music piped into the most false of revolutions, it cannot clean the senses of slow wireless death crawling from a slick mirror 1/8 its normal size. Marty was found dead by the man, literally blue 12 hours after falling out at the foot of the cloisters with its millions in rare tapestry and its clear view of the Hudson. And even testing your blue pills over and over to reverse my slow situations, I wind up stretched across the couch, still nodding with Sherlock Holmes examining our crushed veins. Richard Brodigan, I don't care who you're fucking in your clean California air. I just don't care. Though mine are more beautiful anyway, though more complex perhaps. And we have white flowers too, right over our window on 10th Street, like hands that mark tiny X's across infinity day by day. But even this crumb of life I eventually surface toward continues to nod as if I see you all thoughtlessly through a carefully inverted piece of tainted glass, shattered in heaven and found on these streets. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Yeah, Mike, thank you, man. As always, guys, unmute yourselves, make some noise, clap it up, snap it up. Show some
Nice.
Wow.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Mr.
Michael Sandler!
Mr.
Michael
Sindler,
is
always,
awesome.
always
Yes.
incredible.
Yes.
Also, one of the beautiful things about ending with the cover poem is you always get to end with a tip of the cap. You know, it's just like such a natural ending. Tip of the cap, take it off right. And you know, I always want to call out the locks too, but that's Advocate's thing. So you know, the beautiful mane. You know, you got to show it off too at the end. I see that. I was like, well, no, I don't want to go there. But yeah, well, thank you, Michael, and as always for sharing all the stuff that you're going to be part of coming up as well, and for always repping the Lighthouse Writers, because it's always important to lift up our writing communities from our own community, but also sharing it with everyone else, especially in those avenues. So thank you, man. Cool. Once again, welcome to Stay at Home Open Mic. If you guys are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like the video. That does help it get out to more people, you know, the algorithm, as they like to say. And leave a comment in the chat, you know, where are you listening in from? Who do you like? What lines stuck out to you? The same way we use the Zoom chat, you know what I'm saying? So if you're just watching or listening, shout out to you guys. We really appreciate the support. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go from Denver to South Euclid, Ohio. We got the inaugural poet laureate of South Euclid. He's been here before. He's a regular, right? Let's go ahead and welcome Doc Janning to the house, aka Dr. Love. Doc, take it away, man.
Thank you, Richie. Before I get started, I received some very good news today. A few weeks ago, I had proposed to our library, which sponsors Second Sunday Poets, which I am the moderator, that we do an anthology of the poets from Second Sunday. And today I got the news that they have approved the project, and it's going to be 36 poets in the anthology, and it will in all probability be published toward the end of next year as an ebook by the library. And I am to be either co-editor or editor. I'm not sure which yet. So now, for my first poem, I would like to screen share number one. Number two, Kemlin and I are going to collaborate on reading the poem. So, and yes, there we go. Share. Dreaming good and bad, faults and foibles.
Dreaming quotidian and unusual wonders and terrors.
Dreaming gods and goddesses, fairies and goblins.
Dreaming everywhere and every when and the places in between.
Dreaming light and dark and the colors of never.
Dreaming sounds and silences and echoes of forever.
Dreaming fabled heights and chthonian depths.
Dreaming dawn and twilight, day and night.
Dreaming multiverses and universes, galaxies and stars, planets and moons, comets and asteroids.
Dreaming matter, antimatter, dark matter.
Dreaming time and space, entropy's end and infinity.
Dreaming hearts and souls, inscapes and dreamscapes.
Dreaming life and love.
Dreaming you,
Dreaming me.
dreaming us.
Thank you, Cameron. Okay, and I'm going to end share and continue. Barges of dreams. Twilight flows across the horizon in deepening colors. Danu rises, argent majesty, dancing into darkening sky, dancing into endless beauty and terror of star-flecked velvet night. Mangata stream across shadowed waters, barges of dreams course into realms of love. Silences of forever. Yearning for star winds, I sail along galactic strings through immensities of infinity, fixed always on the next point of light, always there, but never there. I meditate amid silences of forever. And I am going to finish, and I don't have a hat, I'm sorry, with a poem by Federico Garcia Lorca. With his words and then my translation. Por encontrar un beso tuyo, por encontrar un beso tuyo, que daría yo un beso errante de tu boca, muerta para el amor. Tierra de sombra como mi boca, por contemplar los hoyos negros que daría yo, auroras de carbunclos irisados, abiertas frente a Dios. Las estrellas los cegaron una mañana de mayo y besar tus muslos castos que daría yo. Cristo de rosa primitiva, sedimento de sal. To find a kiss of yours. What would I give to find a kiss of yours? An errant kiss from lips dead to love. I would taste the shadows of earth. What would I give to gaze into your dark eyes? Those iridescent jewels open now only to God. I would be blind to the stars of a morning in May. And what would I give to kiss your virgin thighs? Raw, rosy rubies, jewels of the sun. Thank you.
All right, tackling some Lorca so gracefully. Thank you, Doc. Awesome. Make some noise. Clap it up once again for Doc. Thank you, man.
Nice. I like that set a lot.
This has been Doc Love.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Love.
Bueno.
You're gonna have to introduce a new segment. We're like, and now a segment from Dr. Love. From a theme track and everything. You
Get the
got
kiss makeup on.
there you go. Congratulations on that too. You know, anthologies. Oh man, that's really great news. So congrats to that group. Did you have anything else you'd like to promote before we move on?
Just that I am going to be featuring for 2 events in the coming week or so. On Sunday, the 24th, I'll be featuring for Pandora's Creative Showcase, Why Open Pandora's Box. And then on Thursday, the 28th, I'll be featuring on Finicabulary's Halloween Showcase. So look them up. I forgot to pull up their information, but it's readily available.
Yeah, I put up the thing for Pandora's Box, and I'm sure somebody around here's got Finn.
I'll grab Finn.
We've got links, you know what I'm saying? Nick's gonna be hosting that, and the Fincabulary, right? And Lee's gonna be part of that too. There you go. And boom, just like that, the link. We're gonna share that on the YouTube chat. I'm trying to get better on that, sharing on the YouTube live stream. So yeah, shout out to Beast Brown right now. If you're watching, thanks for that. We do have a link. Yeah. By the way, yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, do it. You know, that is like the first way to get updated fresh link for the next new show, right? That's why I set up this live stream prior to tonight, so it's already kind of there. So when we go live, it's that video, it starts, and in the description of the video you can always find the sign up link. So that's a little like kind of like a life hack, not really, but you know, if you subscribe, you kind of get first access to that live stream link, or to sign up. So let's see. Thank you, Doc, for sharing, man. And let's keep going though, because we're slowly getting more people on. So I want to make sure everyone has their time and their chance to do their thing. So let's go ahead and go from Ohio to Knoxville, Tennessee, where we're gonna go ahead and welcome Sky's the Limit to the stage, to our online stage. What is up? Welcome back. Great to have you here. Skies, take it away. Take it away.
Thank you. I will be reading a couple of poems and one more if I have the time. I'm one unfree bird in a caged world. I can't sleep at night without someone permeating my dreams or race baiting just because they're compensating for their means. It's complicated living in a barless prison cell, and my freedom can't be bought, but it's easy to sell. Some can be sold from beneath me, especially if I resist, and I'd be locked up by their lips while they suck America's dick, hoping they get to spit and don't have to swallow, yet bearing more kids, hoping their examples they'll follow. I'm one unfree bird in a caged world. My neighbors would rather talk about people while faking their participation, praying under a steeple. So many look at hearsay like a viable solution instead of the stars when there's no light pollution. I mourn what has died in front of and behind me, but no one else is free enough to unbind me. I shouldn't care what others think, but that worries me enough to drink. For a simple idea can ignite a huge fire. Don't believe me? Ask Holocaust survivors. I'm a very unhappy, unfree bird in a caged and self-destroying world. I'm suffocating on fumes that I did not make. I'm choking on smoke of which I did not partake. From the smog, dirtied water, and the trees that we've pared, we've made an oxygenized planet void of clean air, where we've made romance mystery while true love is history, where some allowances are made for those who can pay with money their family, others' lives, or a good lay. I'm unwilling to give up these things for ill gain, so I'm one unfree bird, and unfree I'll remain. Though I dream of liberation from all that was before, captivity's prison is not just about the door. I sing of one question that comes from my truth. Some avoid me over the fear of becoming uncouth. Some know that their answer has 2 letters, not 3, and it'll trouble them deeply because they don't want to see. But if you've considered the things that I've said, I pray that your answer is 3 letters instead. Are you free? That's the first one. Today, I'm mad, angry even, burning with ire, but you doubt it just because you can't see the fire. I tell you this straight up, but you just smile and hand me a cup. You chuckle with the gumption to even make an assumption that maybe I should have a drink if I'm so on the brink, you think. You're cute when you're angry, you say with no shame, undermining my flames because I'm not calling you names, or swear words for that matter. Are my words any flatter when obscene verbose splatter doesn't drench my vernacular? Is my personal expression of emotional aggression proven much less spectacular? My phrasing isn't your taste, but it doesn't make my raging any less potent. Amazing, because now your argument is proving your intelligence quotient. Of course, your next bit is the moan and pitch a fit because you're not legit enough to quit it. I get it, because I'm calming down. Oh, you're seething. Now we're getting somewhere, but I can't hear you over the flying F-bombs and the barking female dogs you seem to let steer you. Time for me to abort and cut this talk short, but I tell you what, little blown fuse. If you listen very closely and mind yourself mostly, I'll give you some advice for the next time to use. It's not that I am having a problem communicating my level of anger without using obscenities. It's that you have a problem comprehending my level of anger without me using obscenities. And that's not my problem. I got one more. Let's see if I can grab it real quick. Okay.
Oh, so chilly.
This one's called Astrochemical Balances. It's really short. Two futures, two stories intersect in parallel, but on the same astral temporary carousel. Mysterious to each other, Father Time to Mother Earth, resulting in a cosmic emotion being birthed. It's too arcane to be named, but felt enough to be known. Such a powerful emotion, transcending both their own. No one's ever the same when astrochemistry aligns. Just two futures and stories forging their names in the skies. Thank you.
Yes. Oh man. As always, guys, unmute yourselves, show the love, make
Yo!
Yes.
What?
Bravo, bravo.
That's
Oh my
it.
goodness, the
That
word
set was
craft.
incredible. Holy hell, that was an incredible set, Skyler.
Oh yeah, always. I love your poetic voice. You know, you just like lay stuff down for people. Like it's like I feel like I'm being taught a lesson. You know, so I appreciate that. For people watching right now on YouTube and seeing you for the first time, where can they follow your work online and just hear more of you or see more of your work?
On Instagram, it's Skyza_limit, and Twitter, it's Skyza_limit, just one word. And you know, I'm around. You see my stuff there, and I'm actually going to be posting more stuff soon. So be sure to follow me. And thank you, everybody, for the warm greetings and warm compliments.
Right, absolutely. You know, you can always just look at the chat and see all the love as well. And also, yeah, that's the other cool thing about these online mics. Since it's online, you have a lot of other ways to like show love. You can use the emojis, all those little emoji reactions, just of course typing stuff in the chat. So cool. And I just saw in the chat Nick say that this was your best set to date. You know, and that I hear that so often at these, which just means these are working. You know, we're getting together, and I think people are just getting a chance to perform their work, practice it, and new ways of like, and just the performances are just, we're raising the bar each time, and that's one of the goals of these online spaces. So it's cool to see that working, you know, and also kind of bringing more people in. So our next performer, I have caught Reed before at the New Rican open mic on Mondays, and it's cool. I think this is his first time here, joining us from New York. He's a Brooklyn-born poet. He's currently in Suffolk County, but let's go and welcome Thomas Anthony to our stage, man. Welcome to the Monday night stay-at-home open mic here. Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up? What's going on? Brooklyn, stand up. You know how we do. What's going on?
Thomas!
All right, man.
What's up?
Hell
What's
yeah.
Thomas Connor in the house.
What's up, everybody? I see my all my poetic families there. That's what's up. I love it. So I'm gonna spit this piece. I wrote it in my niece's workshop. Need to Catch Her workshop. It's called Move Your Pen Mondays. You can find it at she's on Instagram, but she also has it on Facebook as well. So I'm just gonna, her name is Karina G. Lopez, by the way. I'm gonna drop her name there. Papi, voice of 7 worlds, face of 3 hues, pop, polygot, mestizo. Barely 7 when I learned of his strength. I loved when he carried me. Whispers of Pop's love you in every hug. His accent thick like yuca y yautilla. The grooves in his hands, sounds of his claps. His palms kept the cadence of our home. His rhythm hummed the Caribbean. Snaps in his fingers, callous and scarred, they told his story. Hard, bare knuckle, buckling chins just for respect, plagued by rage uncentered. He held the voice of 7 worlds, face of 3 hues, pop, polygot mestizo. Second to be birthed, when died before him. Abuela was present, but not really there, not really here, really not anywhere. Pop held the reins, rode into adulthood. It came fast to him, pacifying pain with jazz and a glass of gin. Maturity, often too vast for him. He drank his pain and liters of gin. Women came easy to him, yet often alone, often no home, remained vagabond till mom gave him a home. End poem.
Damn, man. Awesome. Did you have more?
Yeah, I got one more.
Yes. Oh, man. Go for it. Go for it. I was so excited to just jump in, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, thank you. I fell hard for her as she walked past me in rhythm. Sounds of drums in her hips, head wrap kept tight, conscious before it was a thing. Feet pointed outward, awkward, slightly bow-legged in her beauty, swinging hands and hips, singing songs of redemption. She felt holy to me. Baptized by her tongue, I drowned in the sound of her breath. So soft, supple in her hands, dreads kept tight, lips and hips to match. We didn't have to dash the corners just to kiss. We walked in unison, hands clasped, tight grasp, with a passion that only lovers can have. The possibilities of us still in my mind, yet the days of us now gone, but you still hold space in the heart, in the place we first met. End poem.
Man, I love that, man. The Stilo coming through. Yeah, guys, unmute yourselves, make some noise.
Wow.
Thomas. Dude,
Thomas, that was awesome. One
That was
of
freaking
us.
beautiful.
One of
Oh,
us.
give him
One
a
of us.
He's
hand.
great with
Definitely.
this.
I just like doing the
Yes.
chant. I just like doing the chant. I love doing the chant.
Oh man, I'm always a sucker for musical references and poems, in pieces.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much love
Me
on
too.
that.
Thank you,
Yo,
thank you.
so Thomas, so first of all, shout out, thank you for promoting that. The Move Your Pen Mondays. If you have any links, please feel free to share that in the chat. I was trying to look for it. And also your stuff, man. Is there any of your stuff you'd like to promote, like
Well,
website,
I've
books?
submitted some work, so it should be getting published soon. So I'm just staying silent about that. So I've already been published in the Latinx journals, Cabrillo College, Fear by Day and Night, and a couple other poems that I have there. So I have some stuff in the works. It's a constant thing that's going on right now. So yep, that's pretty much it.
Beautiful.
But check
Yeah.
out the Cabrillo College Latinx journals. All the poets in there are amazing. Definitely.
Awesome, man. Thank you for plugging all that stuff. And also feel free to share any social media in the chat if you'd like to share that. If people want to connect with you.
You could find you could find me. I'm on Facebook at Thomas Connor. My pen name now, I changed it to Thomas Anthony for a certain reason, but yeah, you can find me at Thomas Connor on on Facebook and TAC7371 at Instagram. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Wonderful, man. So glad you can make it out. Whenever you're feeling a little night owl in you and want to stay up and catch more poetry and share more, you're always welcome to come back, man. Anytime.
Oh, definitely. I'll be back. I'll definitely be back. Definitely. I love the space. I know a ton of poets that are on right now. So it's cool. Definitely.
Cool. And also you get to meet some more, with some more Paso
absolutely.
poets.
That's what's up. Absolutely.
Dig it. Thank you, man. Glad to have
All
you
right,
here.
man.
All right,
Thanks.
let's see. Cool. Thank you. I'm trying to find that movie Pen Mondays. We'll find it. All right, and put the links on the chat and stuff because that sounds cool too. All right, so next up, I believe he had his cafe today. Cafe Generalissimo. He is here. He's got his book coming out. He's always got some great things working him. He's so beloved in the community as well. Guys, let's go and welcome. It is time for Generalissimo. Take the stage, my friend. It is yours.
Gracias. Well, Thomas, thank you very much for coming. I just want to say that, I met Thomas a couple months ago in person, and he is just the nicest guy you'll ever meet. So besides being a great poet, he's just a nice guy. And, I find that the people that I've been meeting in person really, they really are good people, and they're kind, and people aren't really putting on acts when they're showing up on these stages. So I want to just thank everyone here for just being themselves. And my first poem is going to be a poem from Saturday's Tumblewords. Well, since you like songs, from a 1927 song written by Al Jolson, Billy Rose, and Dave Dreyer. Me and my shadow strolling down the avenue. Me and my shadow, not a soul to tell our troubles to. My shadow used to give me piggyback rides. It showed me off to all the other shadows. I didn't see other shadows doing much for their people. There were times my shadow held my hand when I held the hand of someone I loved. My shadow also squeezed my hand till it hurt during scary movies. My shadow followed me around in the dark when the electricity was out and I couldn't find a flashlight. It slept at the foot of my bed like a loyal dog. It knew to jostle me awake when I had nightmares. When I cried alone, it magically wiped my tears. But one day, my shadow went on strike. It hovered over my head so it could claim existence, but skirt its responsibilities. It made demands, but refused to spell them out for me. It sent me an email explaining its actions, or rather inaction, was for my own good. It said I needed to cut the apron strings, but I searched all of Amazon for aprons that were made for shadows, and they did not exist. It tried to drug my brain with an unhealthy need to sleep more than necessary. But no matter where I went, rooms had light, the world had the sun, announcing my shadow's existence. Even headlights approaching cars attached my shadow to my existence. I have been accused of being afraid of my own shadow on more than one occasion by more than a few people. I have accused myself of being afraid of my own shadow. But I have learned that when I learned I didn't need my shadow to be more than a shadow, it began to fear for itself. But in reality, as long as light exists, my shadow will walk down every avenue I walk with me. And let's see, what else do I want to do for you? I'll do this other one. I'll do the other one I did, and I'll do one more piece. According to legend, the reason wedding dresses have trains is to hide a bride's shadow. Wedding dresses are accessories that get worn only once, then carefully stored in a very fancy box with crepe paper. Maybe the bride's daughter or granddaughter will want to wear the dress, but a dress can't hide a shadow. That's simple physics. The same reason that there's no such thing as an imperfect rainbow. Shadows are a reaction of light and interacting with objects or living beings. Humans are the only animals that have to explain the existence of shadows. Our abstract minds tell us our shadows can reflect our decisions and personalities, when in reality, they are just a projection of how any light shines on us. They become characters in literature and TV and film. They are portrayed as who we truly are in art. They are not permanent. They are wedded to our beings for the amount of time any source of light projects themselves toward us. Shadows have no texture or surface. They cannot be captured or preserved. They disappear into thin air and return with fervor. Sometimes they look like animals. Sometimes they tell time. Okay. Sometimes shadows are just shadows. And I wrote this last poem, which I am calling Harvesting right now. It's I think I'm going to be calling Harvesting Good Neighbors. So bear with me 1 second. The second year I gardened, I planted tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and herbs in off-brand black trash cans, the ones without wheels, the kind that are cheaper to buy. When plants are planted in containers rather than the ground, certain diseases and pests don't attack them. I drilled holes from the inside about 1.5 inches up around the circumference, filled the can with a few inches of drainage rocks, then potting soil. Some places marked down bags of soil that have large rips. The trash cans allowed for the roots to sink a yard deep in the soil. The deeper the roots helped to grow, the more plentiful the harvest. The dark color warmed the soil to nurture the roots. Each trash can held 4 small seedlings. After planting, I spread used Starbucks coffee grounds on the soil as both fertilizer and pest repeller. Then there's watering and trimming. Certain plants have to have sucker leaves trimmed so flowers that birth fruits can occur. There's nothing like stuffing a pepper fresh from my garden with rice, onions, and ground lamb seasoned with fresh cumin, oregano, dill, and parsley I grew myself. There's nothing like wedging different colored heirloom tomatoes in a tomato salad dressed with just rice vinegar, olive oil, and fresh ground white pepper. There's nothing like filling lunch bags with herbs, sharpening the names of the herbs on the bags, and giving away your bounteous harvest with neighbors, friends, your doctor, and rabbi. One day, I arrived home to find a few plastic grocery bags hanging from the kitchen doorknob filled with garden fresh okra, green beans, and Brussels sprouts for my next door neighbor. Neighbors sharing their harvest, sharing and sharing alike. There's nothing like it. Thank you.
Yes, every Generalissimo performance is like a feast in its own right, you know.
I'm talking about that food and all, man.
Yeah.
Makes me hungry. That was great description.
Yeah, Generalissimo.
It's too
I'm
bad
on my
we have
health
a
kick. We gotta
computer.
stop talking about that food.
Right? Oh
I'm
man,
working
I
out
love
and
it.
you're getting me hungry.
Sweet man. Thank you, Generalissimo, man. So you have the word is right. Cafe Generalissimo every other Monday, right?
It's the first and third Monday of every month.
First and third. Okay, great.
Yeah, and so if there's 5 Mondays, then it can be on the 5th Monday. But yeah, so we had it today, and it was, I think about 6 or 7 people showed up. People started kind of falling falling in at the end. I think, people come and people go, and I kind of like it. It's a bit of a smaller open mic, and it gives people a chance to do 5 full minutes or do whatever they want to do, and I can be a little loose with the rules. On the 12th of November, I'm going to be in the first anniversary show for Pick and Zoom Mix in England, which is hosted by Gary Huskisson. And then in December, I don't have the exact date, I'm going to be doing the same thing that Senna was doing in Scotland, and I can't think of the name right now. Senna, I'm going to be the feature for December.
A blot in the blue?
Like a blot from the blue, yes. And then I'm going to also be having quite a few more in December and January and February surrounding the publishing of my book, Everything I Think Is All in My Mind, which behind me is the cover turned on its side. So thank you very much, Richie and Kit, for such a wonderful event and bringing us together as a community. And thank you, everybody, for your beautiful poetry. There's some wonderful new people that we haven't met yet, like Karen Melinda Magoon. And who else did I see? Sophia Falco. I don't know if she's been here before, but boy, is she great. Michelle from Maine is so great. She's from Cincinnati, people. So everybody, we got a good night tonight.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Thanks for the shout outs. Yeah. Dude, yes. Look forward to that book publication. Yes. Also shout out to Karen. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the list filled up pretty quickly, but we would love to have you if you'd like to sign up in the future, maybe next Monday or any Monday you're free, come on by. The best way to sign up. So if you right now to everyone right now in the Zoom meeting and everyone watching on YouTube, again, you can follow us online at the Barbed Wire Open Mic on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we usually do, we post a sign up sheet at some point the weekend before Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where you can just click on that link, fill out your info, your name, so I can know how to call you up, even if it's just your real name, or stage name, whatever you'd prefer, what you'll be performing, and any kind of biographical information when introducing you. So, yeah, you can do that. And again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you can subscribe. And anytime I upload the next online show, you can see the sign up sheet because it shows up, so you can subscribe. Little cheat there. Anyway, so let's keep going. We did hear the shout out right now to Sophia Falco, and I believe this is her second time here. And as Kit likes to say, the only thing better than a first time reader is a second time reader. So you keep coming back. So Sophia, welcome back. You have a new book out, Farewell Clay Dove. Would love for you to promote that as well. But for now, go ahead and take it away. The stage is yours. Welcome back, Sophia.
Woo, 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 Sophia Falco!
All right. Thank you so much for having me. This was last minute, so the lighting in this room is kind of crazy, but we're just going to have to go with it. But anyways, okay, so this is my book, Farewell Clay Dove, published by Uncollected Press. And I have a few poems tonight, and I wanted to read the dedication because I find that important. This is published by Uncollected Press. And this is my dedication. For those traversing through darkness, may the light be strengthened from within. So I just want to send that out to everybody here in the room and a virtual room and beyond. Okay, I have a few poems. This one's titled Snowflakes. I wish for my thoughts to be as wonderful as snowflakes. I hope to witness them from behind the window, free falling towards the ground in the crisp breeze. I long to catch one on my fingertip. Thank you. And this one, trigger warning, alludes to self-harm. Besides Raging Tiger, you can't just go asking for mercy after Kevith Akbar. Besides Raging Tiger, you can't just go asking for mercy. With claws like that, it's easy to grasp onto prey, But even with dew claws, you cannot write words. It's as if you illegibly scribble with red ink in the snow. I do not touch red pens because they are cursed. New problem. Perhaps you are blessed and provoking violence is just in your nature, or you are cursed, whereas I am not violent, but once I succeeded at hurting myself. Do you feel pain when birds get in your paws? The tiniest injury could lead to something monumental. Tiger, tiger, please do not burn bright. Know who you are. You're not a star. Instead, follow their light from the heavens. Thank you. And the penultimate for tonight, we'll find it, is rocket ship. I condensed the power of the ocean into one single droplet of water. It was my hot tear that warped time. During my 14-day stay in the psychiatric hospital, my body no longer felt like mine. Oh, mania. My nurse told me to paint every day. Art therapy, she said, but I could only paint countless red rocket ships that I longed to escape on, to connect my body to my mind that was somewhere lost in space and threatened by a black hole. I could feel she was disappointed in me. I taped up each identical painting to my wall just to realize that part of me was still on Earth. Thank you. And this is to close it for tonight. Farewell. And I'm so honored that Farewell was the winner of the Mirabai Prize for Poetry. So that was quite the honor. So farewell. When we parted, all the water evaporated from the Earth's ocean, so only endless mountains of salt remained, as heavy as the moon, as heavy as my heart. On a pilgrimage in your honor to discover the tallest mountain, I traversed through treacherous terrain, while the sheer sun against the white hurt my eyes, and with every heavy footstep, my black boots crunched the salt, where the sound ricocheted from mountaintop to mountaintop. I prevailed by reaching the sparkling summit, then laid flat on my back and made an angel, sensing her spirit rising while witnessing the pinnacle of the sunset. Its pink rays like roses without thorns. Oh, how I wish I could have bottled up that for you. For the sake of freedom, I shouted, let it rain, well equipped with my lifeboat made out of driftwood. The rain did come, dissolving the mountains, and I saw your reflection in a singular drop.
Oh man, I can see that won the Mirabai Prize, right? Is that based off of the Mirabai sisters?
Mirabai.
Mirabai. Okay, sorry, I totally
Fantastic.
saw that. Congrats on that, and show us your book one more time.
Oh yeah. I took this photo myself, the golden hour. I love the light and dark, which thematically mirrors my work. And I just wanted to give a shout out. I'm a volunteer blogger for the International Bipolar Foundation since April 2020. It's an extremely important cause to me as an individual living with bipolar 1 for over a decade. So I definitely feel like mental health advocacy through creative writing is such a great way to stop the silence and to start to break the stigma, because we really need more people to seek life-saving treatment, because this can be very devastating. So I just want to thank everyone for listening, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I think a lot of us can relate to that. Really quick, did you also want to share like your social media or anything, if in case anyone wants to connect with you or ask you more about that?
Yeah, I can put it in the chat also. Poet Sophia Falco 1 is my Instagram. So thank you for this space, and thank you everyone.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Sophia. Glad to have you back. You were back in like July or August, I believe you were here, but yeah, great to have you back. Please come back again. As Nick Paleologos likes to say, one of us.
One of us, one of us, one of us.
One of
I
us.
like that. Yeah, you have the cadence from the movie, right? One of us, one of us. And as I like to say, that just means that you fucked up. We want to hear more of you. We want to see you more. You're in the zone. So please come through. All right. So thank you so much, Sophia. We're gonna go ahead and go because you're in California. We're gonna go to El Paso. Again, this is BWOMS, Barbed World with Mike series. By the way, check out our t-shirts. These are available, made to order. You can rock your own. I forgot to share the link the first time. So I'll get that on there. But we're going to go to El Paso where, we are celebrating our literary communities and our literary families, both figurative and in this case literal, because we do have our awesome poetry family, because as much as we give praise and give love to Kit, we also give praise to Robin Schofield, who is an established amazing writer. She has her books of poems out as well, 2 of them, and the most recent got the prize, the prize. Oh my God, I'm forgetting words. I'll let Robin talk about it. She's more of an expert. Let's go ahead and welcome Robin Schofield to the stage. Take it away.
Thank you, Richie. And the prize that Flo got, the book, yeah, I'm unmuted. Yeah. So it got the Border Regional Library Association gave it the Southwest Book Award. Yeah. So I'm going to read some poems out of Flo because there's a nice, the title, one of the title poems is about autumn. So I'm going to read that one. Shape of Flow, early autumn. The first yellow leaf eddies to the ground. The grackle lets loose a cliff of sound. Your shell of an ear swirls within. Hawks scream and hummingbirds cheek, sine waves when the wind keens. How will you convey their crossing migrations over magnetic landscapes while stormwater erodes the bluffs where boulders hibernate in arroyos as snails whirl around the sunflower while quail hurry, herding the young. When over the bosque, sandhill cranes curve into the corn, gold in the field, their hollow bones playing more than one song before you disappear. Mockingbirds shiver like pine needles in the mountains of thirst and return. You invite their vows to bode in your mouth, ready to speak, not with a newborn's first breath, but with the old river's consonants. Yeah, that was my autumn poem, the first poem in Flow. And now I want to do change the mood a little bit and give a shout out to Tumble Words. And Tumble Words, I want to say, is also a very safe space. It's a generative workshop, and we do it every Saturday from 1 to 3 Mountain Time. And this poem is about a Tumble Words workshop, a true story. It's called Unlikely Guy in the Poetry Workshop. He calls himself Twain, literary and laconic moniker, tall, even Lincoln-esque, but unkempt, hands caked with dirt as though he dug out of the grave just yesterday, smelling of it too, sending the young lesbians in black tivas into rants on their own mortality. Then he says, the Etruscans had too many words for divination, haruspices and sulfur and mineral and grit, and he's weeping over his ex and her son, but what could she do when she called and his furies answered in rhyme and meter? All of us staggered by it as he voices what voices him in 2 tongues, cursed and gifted, dry wit railing against the riddled world. When Donna asks, would you like to lead a workshop? He replies, sure, if I'm not in jail. All right, that's something that happens in Tumble Words sometimes. All right, and this one is a little bit nature red in tooth and claw. It's called Another Coyote Survival Story. When the snow goose moon molts, Coyote slinks off the path, not for shame, but sharp joy at the ripped iron artery spilling over yellow bedrock. She snatches whatever she can and turns up her face, but not like a bird when the rain returns and she grazes for trash and rodents and jackrabbits whose hearts roar like water wheels, whose night is a leaping, a bounding chance, betting their lives they turn the right way. Let's see. And I'll just close with one other one. It's the last poem in the book, and it's called Another Shape of Flow 2. Say a young Einstein misses his train. He stands on a platform empty of leaves as the engines flare out like torches, flicker and switch. His baggage weighs him down as he shuffles back to the depot where tomorrow's exiles chase yesterday's news, not like flies orbit a trash can, but more like an old man's irregular heartbeat. The clock tower booms. He sees his mother's face as at the end of a tunnel. The news of his shame will have reached her before he gets home. The trains are stoked for variable speeds, while Einstein ponders the ground shifting as the engines explode like geysers, with passengers, the particles in blinking cars. In free fall, he changes his ticket as he observes a crone with curled toes, a man streaming urine, a child who ruins his shoes in a puddle of rain stripes. So that's a little bit from Flow. And it's got a picture of the Rio Grande on the front, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is super cool. And I believe you'll take some copies for people on Friday.
Oh yeah, for sure. We will be trading books and things like that.
Awesome. Thank you, Robin. And a shout out as always. Anything you'd like to plug right now?
Oh no, nothing, just except Tumble Words and our poetry pachanga on Friday night. That should be great. And Tumble Words, you can join it by a Zoom link. You just have to get a hold of Donna.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. And I was just looking through some books recently that I had in my old office, and I came across this anthology that Robin is also published in, New Border Voices, published out of Texas A&M. You're in there, and a lot of familiar names on here. So it's always really fun, like just seeing friends in anthologies. So that's pretty cool. New Border Voices anthology. It came out in 2014. So yeah, I'm gonna revisit this one.
That's cool. Thank
Sweet.
you, Ricky.
Awesome. Yeah, so the poetry pachanga, that is number 2, because the first one was actually a reading, a celebration with Poet Khan, with Denise, and we had Christine Ponce Diaz, and we also had a former Texas Poet Laureate in the house. That was a lot of fun. So number 2 is going to be like our meetup. We're going to have a lot of poets in town. The 22nd. So if you want to come through, and we're featuring Stacy Dyson out of San Diego. She's also going to she's going to lead Tumble Words Workshop. That's Saturday. So from 1 to 3. We'll talk more about it throughout the week. Let's see. So going down the list, let's go ahead and go back up to the Bronx, where we have Ron Mark Thompson in the house. Ron, how you doing, my friend? How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing okay. And yeah, I don't know why you don't get dizzy. You go from the west to the east, back to the west, up north, south, it's just amazing. And I just have to say, you are such a patient, accommodating host. When you kept reshuffling the roster list at the beginning, I'm like, oh my God, I would have lost my mind. I would have just keep it the way it is. So I'm just amazed at you, And you know what you should do? Maybe for Halloween or Thanksgiving, just put us all in a hat and then randomly draw names, that way everybody has to stay, but just kidding. All right, I also wanted to mention Julian is going to come up. He made me aware that he has an owl like me, so my owl is no longer by itself, All right, I'm not a poet. I consider myself a writer. I really prefer to write stories and stage plays, but I always end up coming up with more poems today, and I love coming to open mics. A few days ago, I listened to the song, What a Wonderful World, What a Wonderful World. And as I'm listening to the lyrics, I'm like, I remember that song, it's a very nice song, but hold on a second. So here are my thoughts on What a Wonderful World with my own words. How does the song go? Blue skies, white clouds, friends shaking hands and red roses, and the colors of the rainbow as well. Truly, that sounds like a wonderful world. But I also see dirty rivers, blemished with the gushes of factories assembling our latest phones, or fish no longer able to swim in the ocean thanks to the oil fueling our cars. Is it really a wonderful world? I see our west coast drying up, getting destroyed by fires, leaving both animals and humans thirsty, while on the east here, we're literally drowning in floods. Wonderful world? ? Is it? What about the bullies from the schoolyard who have migrated onto the internet, now hiding in their basements where they too easily and readily hand out punches? Indeed, a wonderful world, I ask. I see news reports on television where men shoot and kill their neighbors, too easily mirroring the violence seen on the latest action movie or the latest James Bond flick. Do I assume that this is really a wonderful world? Is it? Is it? I hear about crimes committed during weekdays, and then the criminals go to church on Sunday to ask for forgiveness to wash away their sins. Hey, that sounds easy. I can do that if I want to. A wonderful world, I ask. Is this a fair world? On a more personal note, I am tired of my depression holding me back from writing more, living more healthy, or enjoying an actual life. I'm happy to beat my depression one day, but then sad when it beats me the next day again. Is this really a wonderful world? If you heard other poems of mine, you know I frequently wish everyone a shiny, bright evening for that night. And I'm holding up my smile, sending out my heart, even when internally I don't feel like shining my own light. Maybe it's a wonderful, or maybe a sneaky and complicated world all of my own. I hear about friends attacking other friends in Zoom, then one side not believing the other side, yet others more abusing others. Well, hello, congrats to us. Finally, online life has mirrored pre-pandemic life. I guess the honeymoon is over. Is this really a wonderful world? Really? Writing poems, writing prose and stories, revealing myself in my memoirs, coming up with stage plays. Now that is purpose. That is wonderful. My new direction, my new passion. Maybe it is a wonderful world after all, isn't it? Lastly, summarizing, able to express my thoughts and venting online in front of many, even just for only one time or 1 week tonight and not again thereafter. hey, I guess after all, it is a wonderful and healing world. Peace out, the end. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, Ron!
Loved it, man.
Yes, Ron! Yes, Ron! I like that
It's
heart.
a wonderful world because Ron Mark Thompson is here. Yes.
World,
Down with the
yay.
RMT. Yeah, you know me. Awesome, man. Yeah, every time I hear that song now, I'm gonna like have the implied question mark too. What a wonderful world. So
Yeah,
what?
I'm sorry that like to bring everyone down, but like if you listen to the lyrics, like I wish the world would be like this, but hey, we can all strive to make the world like in the song, right?
Right on, man. So do you have anything like to promote coming up, or just your social media and stuff?
Oh, thank you for asking, Richie. I appreciate it. So I am at Ron Mark Thompson on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'll put that in the chat. Some of you also know that I lead my own organization, the Bronx Art and Fun Hub, and I host online free programs mostly on Thursdays. So I don't compete with you, Richie, here on Monday evenings. This week I have a writing prompt workout session online. And on this Sunday, one of my short stage plays I wrote this month will be acted by 2 professional actors at Art Defined, Flip the Script. It's also free in Zoom. I'll put that in the chat. And you mentioned, you spoke to General Alicimo earlier today, and Nick and I as well. We are all part of the Word is Right team with Marissa. I myself started last month. I host workshops on every 2nd and 4th Wednesday of the month in Zoom free. And I'll put it in the chat here in Zoom. And Richie, I'll give you a favor. I'll switch over to YouTube and I'll put it in the YouTube chat as well. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I'll see you next week again. Thank you, Richie.
Yeah, all right, wonderful. I love it. Everyone's also getting just so really good about plugging everything too. So I dig that. Thank you. And also with the list, it's by any means it's not perfect. Just trying to try and figure out how to maximize how to get as many people on as we can. And so I do want to thank you guys for your patience on that too. And if you ever feel like you need me to change things up, let me know. Shoot me a message. Not even through here, because sometimes I do miss. Sometimes it just happens. I miss messages because they scroll by so quickly. But yeah, contact me online on Facebook. You can find me Richie David Marrufo, Instagram Deadwall Reveries, or any of the pretty much if you message any of the Barbed Wire pages, that's me reading them. So I will respond. Please let me know. I'm just trying to get everyone on, and since it's weekly, I'll adjust as we need to. So if you feel like you're always going on late, let me know and I'll bump you up. Sometimes as well, just so we can get some sort of balance going on. And with that said, we do have someone who is here for the very first time. She said some nice things in the chat already for some of you guys. She got shouted out by Alicimo. So I do want to kind of quick audible. I'm going to invite her up because she's not going to be here for a while. She has to be up super early as well. So Karen Melander Magoon, you are here with us. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, so who invited you, and where are you joining us from? And lastly, go and take the stage if you want to answer those really quick. Welcome, Karen.
There. I finally was able to unmute. Thank you so much. Well, I was surprised to hear about Generalissimo's poetry reading just a bit earlier this afternoon, and then your reading came up. So I thought, oh, that sounds wonderful. I'll go to El Paso. That's the amazing thing about Zoom. You can go anywhere. And I do want to get the gallery view. I don't like to look at myself that much. But thank you very much for having me. And yeah, I'm going to read. It's very important to me to bear testimony to Jack Hirschman. So I will be reading one of the poems that I wrote for him, because he certainly is very much on our minds now. He only died August 22nd. That's not very long ago. So there are many, many people still greatly in mourning for Jack all over the world. It is amazing how he has captured the imagination with his world poetry movement, with so much. He's just been an incredible force for poetry and for the message of social action as expressed in the arts. So he will never be forgotten, is my feeling. But anyway, yeah, you were asking about, yes, I got very busy during the pandemic writing books. So this was my first, A Year of Anguish, A Time for Miracles, that I wrote early on last year. And this is my latest of now 7 books. I don't know, Footsteps Whispering. But this is for Jack, The Departure of a Great, these are not yet in books. The Departure of a Great Spirit. And after that, I would like to read to you another great spirit who died recently that is really very unknown, and that is Gino Strada, who spent his whole life building hospitals and caring for the marginal. So if I can do those two, I hope there's time. First of all, to Jack. As a great spirit departs, a fissure opens in the spirit of earth, between the great divides of never and ever, between touch and loss, form and soul, being and beyond. A fissure opens past time, the fissure of the great river flowing always as our lives pass by, closed between walls of a great tall canyon, dwelling in both shadow and light, pursued by cascades, flowing into yawning caverns, a crack in the universe, open for a moment to embrace one great lamenting soul, filled for just one moment with the pain and joy of all the world, carrying that burden of pain and joy like a newly born infant into the fissure of eternity. That is Blessings to Jack. And this is for Gino Strada, this doctor whom I just heard about when he died. I had not known about him before. A great heart stopped at 73. An Italian heart finally stopped in August. An Italian heart that bled for people in desperate places, civilians mangled by wars in Iraq, Pakistan, Rwanda, Yemen, and most of all where his heart bled for Afghanistan, where he planted roses for the living to see beauty. Gino Strada was surgeon and hospital builder. He operated on women wounded fetching water, on children disfigured by green parrots dropped by Soviet helicopters to burst in their tiny hands. He saw all victims of war as equal. His heart bled most for the poor, who deserved the best health care possible. Strada made it possible with a healthcare center, the best in Africa, with craft cooperatives for amputees to find work and start businesses. He built another hospital in a mango grove in Sudan, making it scandalously beautiful. In Afghanistan, another trauma hospital, hundreds of first aid posts, working with the Taliban to assure continued support, working with everyone, as did Clara Barton, healing Armenians after genocide, taking no side, except the side of love and healing, believing one day the world would see war as inconceivable as slavery, that one day the world would see beauty everywhere, as in Strada's garden of 200 varieties of roses in Afghanistan, everyone would see beauty as ultimate healing. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nice.
Wow, nice. I love your reading voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. You hear that? It's creeping up slowly in the background. Nick P, one of us. Um, have
Would
you
like
ever
to.
have you ever been a narrator for
I
a video
sang
series?
opera for 20 years in Europe in Germany and Vienna and fell in love with the German poets. I sang a lot of Lieder and fell in love with Mörike and Goethe and Eichendorff and so many. To me, the German poetry is just superb. And I love the rhythm of it, the sound of the consonants and the vowels. And I find that American poetry, English poetry, the English language is magnificent, that every language has a rhythm of its own. I love French. The rhythm of French is just amazing. So I'm in love with language.
All right, then you're in the right,
The
right spots,
music
right?
of language. I'm in love with the music and the message of language.
I feel that.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Did you have a website or anything you'd like to promote before we move on?
I've
Social
got
media?
www.karenmm.com. It's always a work in progress that don't do much with. I'm not on Facebook, and I have a bunch of books that they're with Amazon, and I know I almost have to apologize. They're with Amazon and not Lulu.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan the man. Oh no. KDP has just been incredible in working with me and putting these books out. So you can say it's under Curious Muse Press, but still, I've published a lot with Amazon. I'm going to move somewhere else, but so far they've been just very, very gracious and very helpful. And what can I say?
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, when you're free
A
to.
real honor to be here. Beautiful poetry, beautiful writing, and I feel just extraordinary privilege to hear this tonight. Thank you.
Right on. Yes. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. As soon as you have a chance to come back, we're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So we got a list. We're getting there. In fact, let's go and just kind of keep it rolling. Next up, we have Tina Bailey making a turn. I see you there. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and take it away? Welcome back to the show. Good to have you.
Good to be back. Okay, here we go. A few things, and then I'll ask for a word again, like I did a couple weeks ago. And I want to see all of you, not me. Okay, I'll start with two short pieces. My real name is. Yesterday, my name was Wind. Today, my name is Sorrow. Tomorrow, my name will be Survivor. Secretly, I know my name is Phoenix. My name once was Child. Inside, my name is Fire. I wish my name was Confidence and Fearless. I hide behind hopes. I wish I was living into the places that was not so afraid of rebirth, willing to risk loss, so that rebirth can truly emerge in its own time. There is much to let go of, ideas, faded realities, and misplaced expectations, making room for freshness and unexpected windows. I can dream. I can risk. I can live into unexpected places. Next one, divine energy. Born and reborn like petals of a flower in constant flow. The flames of divine energy dance in my soul, ever expanding, circling, changing, emerging ever new. The life of the divine growing, enveloping me in the safe space of my soul, constant rebirth, life in motion, a dance, balancing an inward and an outward journey. And one more, I think I wasn't going to read this one, but I think I will. The water flows. The water flows freely into the places that are open. It is patient, waiting for the moment to appear, or gently wrapping, flowing around that which blocks its way. The openings do appear when the time is right. The water breaks through, preparing the way, making a path. So wait, dear one. Stay gentle. Flow freely as you are.
All right. Awesome. Flow freely as you are. And I appreciate the improvised stuff from last time. That was great. Thank you.
I'm going to do one of those really quickly.
Okay, go for it.
And actually, I think, Richie, can you just give me one word?
Unique.
Unique. Unique? What is that? Really? Unique. Me. Unique. I come and I'm unique, but then that's too much. So I make myself small. I become those things that make you comfortable. But somewhere I forgot who is me. Where are you? Do you see her? Who is she? Where did she go? I'm here. I flow, I live, and I come back to that place where the uniqueness can flow and be and grow and arrive and show up. The unique me is here.
Awesome. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, feel free to mute yourselves, make some noise. Tina.
That was so cool.
That was nice.
I liked it.
I always appreciate, when someone challenges themselves and does like a live improv like that and takes a word. And I panicked. I was like, I can't think of a word. I don't know why I went there, but amazing. Did you? I forget. Did you have any social media or ways in which like people can connect with you if they just want to hear more?
Yeah.
Just connect. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had my Facebook is all of my names from all the places I've lived. It's Tina K. Boyles Bailey. My Instagram is Tina Bailey Bali because that's normally where I am. I'm still in the States. So yeah, that would be where you can find me.
All right, wonderful. And yeah, as always, this is one of your homes now, so you're always welcome to come create, share, and improv. Back in the day, so like I teach, a lot of you guys maybe don't know this, but I'm a teacher. I teach college English classes, and one of my ongoing, always extra credit assignments is find that error, just like looking for stuff in the wild, right, in the real world. And I remember they saw one of my open mic flyers where I was promoting poetry, music, improv, and they had never heard of that. So they're like, that should say improve, right? So I'm like, all right, there's no E there. But yeah, then I got to talk about what that is, in the spirit of that and art and everything. So it really is important to I think work on that. Okay, let's keep going because I know the night is going on, and we're gonna go to Malaysia where we have Julian Matthews, and I appreciate you sharing, every time you get to come out, and also the message for sharing that location. So Julian Matthews is in the house. What's up, man? What do you have for us today? Welcome back.
Hi. So I went to a workshop and the mentor told us about cliche. So went back to my poems and I realized they're full of them. So I've been exercising all the cliches from my poems and put it in a poem. So here goes. How to write a poem. Always use the three favorite astronomical bodies, the sun, the moon, and stars. But make it a glowing red sun, a pink moon rising, or sparkly stars. Or make the sun do something human, like smile, because suns always smile. Also, slip in a comet, an asteroid, a nebula, an eclipse, and a supernova or two. They love those. Like so, you are my streaking comet across the sky, my supernova, the eclipse to my nebula, a pink moon rising in my constellation of sparkly stars against the velvet night. See? 2. Clouds are especially popular too. Make clouds gray or dark to signify sadness and grief and deep hurt. Make them so full, like so many tears about to burst like a dam. Or conversely, make them fluffy to suggest happiness, like cotton balls, sheep, and bunnies, because anything white is good. Insert a cloud whenever you run out of metaphors, but never put them in your coffee. That's kind of overused and kind of vain. You're so vain. At what rhymes with vain, but pain and rain? 3. Unto each poem, some rain must fall. Let it rain cats and dogs and farm animals, cows in a twister, twirling your emotions like a runaway turnstile, like high spin mode in a dryer. Mix metaphors, use unusual similes. It drives them crazy, like the eye of a hurricane that a stroke of lightning poked out. All poets are, after all, failed weathermen. Oops. So any weather metaphors work. Winter is coming. Eastern winds blow across our glacial hearts, chilling the heat between us, dissolving our southerly fires. Prime fires with desires and boom, it's sexy time. 4. Make sure you have a flower in your poem. Poets love flowers, not roses, lilies, and daisies. Those are too common. Use Spanish bluebells, cherry blossom, and forsythia, because it's hard to pronounce forsythia. Any 5, any insect like bees and butterflies, ladybirds, dragonflies, and cicadas. Every poet loves some cicadas. And always mention chrysalis. Poets are obsessed with insects' life cycles because it's kind of like their own lives, being stuck in a cocoon, hoping to emerge as a butterfly. 6. Rivers have to gush, babble, or gurgle. Otherwise, rivers always have to be calm, tranquil, languid, or serene. Use a river in your poem and let it flow. But never use flow. Rivers in poems never flow. That's so amateur. 7. Beach metaphors. Shores, waves, tides coming in and going out, and lighthouses. Always lighthouses, like beacons of light, guiding you to your next poem when actually there are icebergs about to strike the Titanic. 8. Throw in some color if you want to cheer up the masses. Rainbows always work, and unicorns. You must have fable creatures to appease the Greek myth fans. Dragons and mermaids and centaurs and Greek gods from Adonis to Zeus, Aphrodite, Icarus, and Persephone. Persephone. She's never a phony. 9. Anatomically cracked rib cages, fractured bones, and burning irises are popular. Scabs, scars, stitches, and coursing veins, because the blood in poets' veins never flow like rivers. They always course, of course. 10. Nature. Every location must be nestled. Every destination must be tucked away. Nettles must always sting. Birds in poems always sing. You may cage them or give them wings. Never make them flock though. That's too cliche. Make them like starlings, murmurating in the dusky sky. Trees never rustle in the wind, they susurrate. Use murmuration and susurration in your poems and you get bonus points for such articulation. 11. Use words that have 3 or more syllables that will make you sound intelligent, like ephemeral, obsidian, crepuscular, liminal, metronome, petrichor, succulent, luminescence, or better yet, bioluminescence, to make it more sciencey. 12. If you don't have a list of poems yet who inspire you, mention Dickinson, Platt, Burroughs, Rumi, and Tagore, and Billy Collins. Always mention Billy Collins, not Charles Bukowski, never Bukowski. If you're Insta poets, mention Rupi Kaur, Langleaf, and Atticus. Then Google their poems and rip their lines in rhymes. Go to Rhyme Zone and lift rhymes to your heart's content, because anything heart-related is your content. Always mention hearts as broken hearts. It always elicits a heart sign response. 13. Death. Death is always a popular topic. Try to write 1 death poem a week. You will kill it. Thank you.
Julian, yeah, you just knocked
yes.
down all the cliches. Yeah, man.
1 death poem a
Way to
week. You'll
roast
kill
all
it.
of us. Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
that really was awesome.
That was
Awesome.
incredible.
Awesome, Julian. I also like the rap, like the equivalent of like the online mic drop. You're like, all right, I'm done. Video off. Appreciate you, Julian. Yeah, man. If you got anything you'd like to promote or share as well, you can share it, or you can just put it on the chat as always. But yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, go ahead. Were you gonna say
I'll
something?
just put it in the chat. Thanks.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Julian. Yeah, that's such a great prompt. Sometimes we're not aware of like the cliches and the things we often use, and so yeah, I'm like, I feel called out. No, I was just talking to someone the other day, and or I had an interview, and I was like, man, I gotta stop speaking in cliches. But it's cool, as a writer, you always want to reframe things, so, or be the inspirational cliche you want to see in the world. All right, let's keep it going though, because we still got some time. We got more peeps, and I want to make sure everyone has their time to shine. We're gonna go ahead and go to the land of Cleves. We have Urban Cowboy Poet. He'll be joining us as well this weekend, so I'm super excited about that.
Yes.
Here's some urban poetry, some urban legends. So let's go ahead and welcome UCP at the place to be. What's up, man? Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm going to do a couple of urban legends I haven't done very often, so may not have heard. Do Eaton Crow. When our land was greatly depressed and soup lines were drawn herds, the state of Washington, in its wisdom, decided to track wild birds. Whilst the average Joe could not recall when was the last time he ate, the Washington Biological Survey sought to study how crows migrate. Citizens who found a bird were advised to forget their strife and notify the State Division of Fish and Wildlife. They wanted to know how long birds live, where they fly, and what they eat. So they strapped metal ID bracelets around their little feet. They referenced the survey on their tags. They thought that was important. But the name was too long to fit on a band. They had to shorten it. They used 4-letter abbreviations, but it seems one were misspelled. Wash and serve came out all right, but in the middle was B-O-I-L. Campers and hunters were shooting these birds and reading their little labels. They thought they found a whole new source of victuals for their tables. Farmers' crops were dwindling and their waistlines getting thinner. Were the crows they caught stealing corn really good to cook for dinner? Angry letters to the state began, "You've got some nerve," telling hungry folks who catch a bird to wash, boil, and serve. We shot a couple ravens and crows. Their feathers were hard to pluck. We followed your label and tasted them. Well, I can tell you, they suck. You also tagged some larger birds. We caught them in a trap. But bald eagle made us puke, and buzzards taste like crap. We'll shove them down your bureaucratic throats like you deserve for telling a starving populace to wash, boil, and serve. Yeah. Have you ever had a really bad day? One worse than any other? The kind that makes a grown-up man start crying for his mother? Well, this really happened to a friend of one of my landlord's handyman's neighbor's cousin's boss's nanny's grandmother's hairdresser's brother. His wife bought him a motorcycle. He had to learn to ride. He circled around the patio while his wife watched from inside. Worst driver that you ever seen. He lost control of his machine, crashed through the sliding glass door that his wife forgot to slide. Bruises, cuts, and broken glass made for a gruesome scene. His wife was more concerned with cleaning up spilled gasoline. She mopped up with a paper towel, tossed it in a toilet bowl before the ambulance raced her man away, wailing its siren. In the hospital, he miserated about his wife's dangerous presence. Side sutures, pain pills, bandages. He took antidepressants. Back home, he said, "This really hurts. To start a fight would make it worse. I'll relax with a beer and a smoke. That might be kind of pleasant." Well, this man's wife might be one of the world's biggest fools. You know, the toilet ain't no place to dispose of motor fuels. He sat down there, this broken man, dropped his cigarette in the can. The explosion burned his butt hair off and destroyed the family jewels. The second set of paramedics answered the alarm. Medical pros, you'd think they know the rule. First, do no harm. When they heard the facts that his wife told, they laughed so hard they lost control. They dropped the stretcher on the ground and broke the poor man's arm. For a bet, yeah. If you saw this on the movie screen, you might think this was thrilling, but but the actual sequence of events brings up a thought that's chilling. For as bad as day as one could be, sustaining injuries 1, 2, 3. But was he just having a really bad day, or was his wife trying to kill him? Thank you. If I could do one short cover. Ron, Mark Thompson, and Karen MM also with his Not a Wonderful World. It's reminded me of this poem I like. It's short. Put on a cover hat. Good Bones by Maggie Smith. Life is short, though I keep this from my children. Life is short, and I've shortened mine in 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways. 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways I'll keep from my children. The world is at least 50% terrible, and that's a conservative estimate, though I keep this from my children. For every bird, there's a stone thrown at a bird. For every loved child, a child broken bag sunk in a lake. Life is short and the world is at least half terrible, but for every kind stranger, there's one who would break you, though I keep this from my children. I'm trying to sell them the world. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps on about good bones. This place could be beautiful, right? You could make this place beautiful. Thank you. I like that.
All right, ending it with the cover poem. My hat's off to you, Urban Cowboy Poet. Is there anything that you would like to promote right now? Anything special, shout out, or just your social media as always?
Well, I'm going to be in your Friday night show in El Paso. Urban Cowboy Poetry on YouTube and Facebook. Someday, hopefully soon, I'll get my website back up with text of my poem, but right now you can see videos.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Are you going to bring any instruments with you? Maybe your sax or something for this weekend?
I travel with this.
Perfect. It's perfect
so
for
right.
that. All right. Awesome. There you go. Play yourself out. So for people who aren't going to be in town, should that event, our reading on Friday, should that be live streamed? What do you guys think?
Live stream.
Put it on YouTube and it'll be live streamed.
Oh yeah, live stream.
I'll be working this Friday. Thank you.
All right, cool.
And put that sucker on YouTube too, baby.
I think we'll live stream it through YouTube like usual. So even if you can't tune in live, you can catch the replay. So I think that could work. I just need to make sure the Wi-Fi is good at this venue. All right, cool, awesome. We're gonna keep going though. In fact, our next performer. So again, I'm doing another quick audible. She actually signed up on the previous week's sign-up sheet. It happens. So make sure you guys always check the date. But, regardless, I got to get someone up East Coast. She always comes through. She's a regular, and I just want to make sure she gets her time. It is getting late. And she asked. So let's go ahead and because next up is or on deck, we have Deso Somok. But before we get there, let's go and welcome up Terry Rose, part of the Jersey Trio, Jersey Trinidad. What's up, Terry? How are you right now, tonight?
I was on mute. Sorry.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I actually wrote this while I was listening to you guys read, and it's a response poem to the one that Brian Generalissimo wrote about the shadow. So here goes. The dress, that blasted dress. Oh, sorry, forgot to mute my TV. That blasted dress, laughing from the hanger, it knows how much she values the white satin simplicity of its silhouette. It knows that she's gotten chubby again from eating too much Halloween candy. It knows that she will never be able to fit inside its claustrophobic mesh and heavy commitment to dieting, starving, aerobic activity, to slim down, to try to be able to zip the unzippable. She heard it once said that the train represents a way to hide the shadow of the bride. Then it stands to reason that this dress did not have one, so that the shadow and darkness was freely allowed to follow. As long as it stayed behind her, she guessed that was fine. The problem would come when it, or if it would, overshadow her. But that could not happen to this queen in the luminescent gown. After all, she's going on husband number 3, and she was glowing brightly enough to obliterate any such shadiness in the room. Maybe she's addicted. She does exhibit an addict behavior. The feeling of such overwhelming shadowless euphoria, which is why she is doomed to repeat this scenario over and over. Maybe she is cursed. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe the feeling of suffocation, whether it be of fashion or by lifelong patriarchal ceremony, is the only thing that makes her feel alive. Thank you.
All right, hey Terry, thank you so much. What do you? Okay, make some noise, Terry.
Yes, Terry. That was awesome.
I like the poetic responses. That's cool. So do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote? Social media or anything?
I can put it in the chat. There's a couple of things, but the anthology with 30 women for the erotic poetry book that Marissa Prada with Reader Green or Redder Green Books is putting out. I think it's coming out soon. I'm a part of that. And then I have some podcasts and the interviews on Brooklyn. It's like 3 different things that I can't remember all that, like addresses and everything. So I'll put it in there in the chat.
All right, cool. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, please do. And I'll try and transfer that over. Shout out once again to everyone watching on YouTube right now. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click that like button. I know that's such a cliche thing, right, to say, but it does help kind of improve visibility, and it pushes it out to more people who like these kinds of things. So, we're kind of like a, somewhat of an underground kind of thing, but more people know about us now as evidenced by our community. But if you can, put a little like there, and I think that helps push it out to more people under recommendations. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go and like Ron Mark Thompson said earlier. It is dizzying. We're going from coast to coast like nothing in an instant. One of the many silver linings of being able to do these online mics like this, plus being able to do it from the comfort of our own homes, right? Our living rooms, or our couches, or our offices. So that's great. Which is why this is going to last for a while. It's going to go on as long as it's useful and we get something out of it, right? Like we're here. So I'm going to shut up now. Let's go ahead and go to the West Coast, right? Like I was saying, the dizzying effect from going to the East Coast, New Jersey, to Los Angeles, where we have our resident Tez Tuck, El Profe. We have Tesel Somok, Mr. Tesel Somok up next. What's up, man? How are you doing today? What do you got for us today? It just says poetry.
Songs, is that gonna be okay?
That's perfect, man. We've been digging your songs, so go at it.
So I was having a chat discussion with Christine, and then she was asking me, like, she was feeling overwhelmed with doing covers, and I said it's covers plus originals gets you in the door, because people need to use covers to figure out how good you are, If you play your stuff, that means obviously you're good at your stuff. Doesn't necessarily mean you're good at other people's stuff. So I've been trying to write more lyrics to some songs. I was really struggling, and I said, well, let me take a break and just do some covers to understand lyric phrasing. And it's been really interesting. It's a very interesting experience learning this way, and then learning, what sets of chords go with what kinds of word phrasing. So if anybody ever decides to do this, it's a really excellent exercise, and you figure out which artists are really complicated and which ones are like, wow, I can definitely manage anything from this group or set of people. And so I just wanted to share that, and I encouraged you to, and I would like you all to encourage her to keep singing. She has beautiful voice and lots of talent, and she should do as many covers as she can, and she does a great job at them. I don't see why she should be worried about that. So hopefully we can keep her motivated. So I'm gonna do this piece. It's a little complicated, but we'll see how far we can do with it. You could have let me love anyone, but I only wanted him. So why did you make me cry? Why didn't you come and get me one last time? You'll always know the reason why. We could have had the moon and the sky. You'll always know the reason why. This love, the reason why this love ain't gonna let you go. You laid me down, left me for the lion. A long, long time ago, you left me there dying, but you'll never let me go. You'll always know the reason why. We could have had all that. You'll always know the reason why. This reason why this love ain't gonna let you go. You'll always know the reason why this song you heard will always stay in your mind. It ain't gonna let you go. Oh, 'cause you are the moon and I the endless sky.
That's the trademark finish. You got a little wince of.
Angst. So that is, do you guys know who the artist is on that?
I couldn't tell. Did anyone?
Anybody?
I did not know. I'm sorry.
That's Sade's Moon in the Sky.
Oh,
She is
okay.
so hard to do. She's so hard to play. So I probably butchered that for you guys forever.
Sade. I was definitely reminded of Sade though, of their other styles. So dig it.
Yeah, she is there. So if you ever want nobody to play your songs, write them in the key of B and use a lot of B chords, and you just drive everybody crazy. It's like, oh my god, I can't play this. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try this other one. I'll be damned. Here comes your ghost again. that's not unusual. It's just that the moon and you happen to call. And here I sit, hand on the telephone, hearing a voice unknown. A couple of light years ago, heading straight for a fall. As I remember, your eyes were bluer than robin's egg. My poetry was lousy, you said. Where are you calling from? A booth in the Midwest. 10 years ago, I bought you some coffee. You bought me something. We both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Well, you burst on the scene, already a legend. The unwanted phenomenon, the original vagabond. You stayed in my heart. And there you stay, temporarily lost at sea. The Madonna was yours for free. Yes, the girl on the half shell would keep you unharmed. Now I see you standing with brown leaves falling around in your hair. Now you're smiling out of the window of the crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breaths come out white clouds, mingling in. Speaking strictly for me, we could have died then and there. And now you're telling me you're not nostalgic. Then give me another word for it. You are so good with words and keeping things vague. Because I need some of that vagueness now. It's all come back to clearly. Yes, I love you dearly. And if you're offering me diamonds and rust, I've already paid.
Nice, man.
Wow. So lit.
Yeah, that's right. Our own personal Monday night concerts. The Tessa Somok show. Yeah, man, that's cool. That was Baez, right?
Right?
Dig it. Thank you so much for sharing those. Do you have I love that folk progression, by the way. That sounds great. Do you have anything you'd like to promote right now as well? Or I mean you have your book, of course, as always, and your social media.
Obviously, you can find me on Instagram at Gashes 2019. If you like to support my work, you can purchase my book on Amazon under Gashes. That's the title, and then Tessa Somok. If you put Gashes and Tessa Somok, I'll pop the book up. It's not very expensive. And also, I have on the 27th, I have a feature in Newbury Park, California. November 1st and 2nd, we have Dia de los Muertos with Dane Inns. And then on November 29th, I have an event with Propaganda Poet somewhere. I have no idea. But stay tuned.
That's great. Somewhere, I don't know, but it's gonna be great. Yeah, thank you, Tez. Okay, shout out to Andres and Samuel on YouTube. Awesome. Thanks for having you guys on. I have a couple monitors set up, so that's why I'm like looking around. Got a little YouTube right there live. I got the list and other stuff here, and of course you guys here on Zoom. So let's keep it going. We're gonna go ahead and go again. Dizzying East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. That's just the way it worked out tonight. Let's go ahead and welcome the man of many names, the man of many mics, Mr. Nick Paleologos. What is up, man? Nick, as always, great to see you, man, and good having you back.
It's good to be back, Richie. Hello. It's great to see you again. Great to see all y'all again. This has been quite a night so far. Long night, actually, too, but I like the long nights sometimes. It's been a while since we had one of those. All right, let's do this. You want to hear my poetry? Let's see if we have time for 3. This first one is a really fresh one. When nobody answers prayers, what do you do? I walk through hellfire to heal my burns. I said prayers on rosaries, each prayer answered by different gods. For each prayer has been unheard until now. I prayed that fire would dance with me. I prayed for ice to heal me. I prayed to God so that destruction would not hurt. I prayed, and no one answered. A voice awoken, eyes took fire, set forth funeral pyres. I watched them sail with bonds broken. Scepters of sand are muddy deceptions. I took a shield made of seashells, cast aside iron fists for armor, summoned angels from my throat, felt defensive from sunshine. I fight waves of tears from grief's ocean, with my hands that barely feel a pulse. I am half dead amongst fishes. I never realized that Earth's connection was the way to recharge me without a Nike or Vans to have conversation with her soul. To feel again. To know what it means to feel emotion again. As each sensation starts at my toes, runs up my femurs, swirled around the rib cage, up my spine, smashed against my brain. Earth connects happiness to grief. Engulfed it whole. The earth told me to summon more angels. All the good people go fight larger battles in the end. Told me to summon without a scalpel. Told me to awaken without breakfast. Told me to smell salt without tables. Told me to hear the voice of my own damn soul. I summoned an angel. When I took the pain planted in my heart, sprouted out of my heart, I didn't need a god to tell me I could fly. Produce my own light. Use my own produced water to grow out of a stone temple of a body. To no longer walk a blazed path. It's time to summon angels from the depths of your soul. All right.
Woo!
All right. Well, that was that piece right there. That was
damn, Nick.
Yeah, that was like new. I made that today. All right, so how about this one? I'll give you a haiku, and then I'll do one more and then close out. Poet with no cash. Poetry is taxation. Pay up with your soul. All right, I see Kit. Now is Lee here? You both here right now? Okay. I need a favor from the both of you. Kit and Lee, since your birthday passed on Saturday, each of you give me a word. And I'll make a poem based off both of them. Uncanny. Okay. Now we gotta wait for Kit.
Kid is NFL.
NFL? Okay. All right. Uncanny and NFL. This will be interesting right here. Uncanny. This is great.
Okay, my actual word is force.
Oh, okay. Uncanny and force. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Force. When pressed up against chest, broken ribs turns lungs to scratches. As I gasp for oxygen, hoping to some fool, someone out there to help me. Grasp me and hold me up tight. I'm scared at this point. It's quite a dissolution when force is in my life and anxiety just decides to come at me like a Mack truck, and I'm a deer in headlights. Just scared of anything and everything, not knowing what the hell is out there. Not knowing what my future is. Like, where am I going with my life sometimes? You could say it's mysterious what the future holds. Uncanny, even. It's quite a conundrum that I'm in, and the fact is that each time I lay a brick on top and add cement, I don't know if I'm building a house at this point. Because I've thrown my bricks out into the ocean and hoped to God someone would take them and use them for their own purposes, or better yet, take them and say, hey man, here you go. But I'll give you another one too, so I can help you. I've been so used to being on my own that I forgot what it was like to be a part of a team. Shit. Who needs a team when you have community?
Woo!
One of us. One of us. It's pretty appropriate, especially with that improv freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Man.
Wow. Bravo. Bravo.
I have to learn how to do those type of improvs. Yeah. I gotta learn how to do that shit.
I love it, man. You just close your eyes, you went inward for a moment, you just came out with it. I love it. So what do you got coming up this week that you'd like to promote, man?
Well, this week I have my mic, which is the 20th. Yeah, because now it's the 19th now, because I'm so used to it being Monday. It's actually going to be Wednesday, which is technically tomorrow my time. So the 20th, I have my mic, 9:15 EST. If you want to come through, it's on Zoom with The Word is Right. I have features coming up too as well. November 5th, Mitch Saloon. I'll be featuring there. I have a feature with The Word is Right on the 13th of November. I also am going to be part of the Vocabulary Showcase. That's the 20th that you've heard from earlier. I'm hosting that, by the way, so you should come and see me host, and not only see me, but see Lee MS do their thing. Because, one of us, and you'll be hearing from Lee later tonight. If you want any of my other cool things that I'm doing, The Real Nick P on IG, I have a link tree that'll drop in the chat too as well. And also, the 29th, I'll be hosting at BWOMS, so I'm taking over that. So, nothing to do. Come see me. And also, Ad versus Reaction, winter. It's going to be there.
Yeah. Oh man, lots of blessings there, man. To be able to be involved with so much, appreciate that, Nick. You know, you're also much beloved in the community, so thank you. Oh man, whew, the energy of all that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing that. As always, let's go ahead. Yo, actually, we're gonna go to Washington D.C. Are you still awake, man? I hope you didn't like Eddie. Eddie's here. We got Ed, poetastic. I know it's a little later than you're probably used to than you have in a while, but yo, Ed, what's up, man? I heard that laugh of yours. Where are you? I'm looking for your video here. There you are. What's up, man? Welcome back to the show. Great to have you. Just go and take it away, man.
Sure, no problem. Thank you, Richie. We all love you with your unique style and all the things that you do. Keep breaking through and never not stop being 100% you. All right, my name is Ed Potastic. Hope everyone feel fantastic. Please give me the time to control my rhyme for all you feel sublime. Okay, I have 6 jokes and I got 3 poems. What was Mr. Potato Head's stripper name? Hot Potato. What are all dentists afraid of? Candyman. Why was the pig kicked out of the restaurant? It kept on picking out. Why did the boss fire the sloth? Because he was too slow. Why did the teacher mark Casper absent? He was never there. Why did the gym teacher hate the weasel? He kept on weaseling out of class. All right. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I hope they're out of sight. Okay, I got this poem. This poem is called The Grumpy Grouchy Poem. The sun's too bright. Toss away the clock. These sheets are so tight. My body feels like a rock. Why is everything's not all right? A sound, knock, knock, knock. Someone's looking for a fight. The door, why is there so many locks? Mail, give me that. Forget being polite. No, sir, you can kiss my buttocks. You enjoy that? Get out of my sight. Stupid, dumb clock going tick-tock. I'm trying to eat with all my might. What? No tea or coffee in stock. This day is so crazy and not right. Even my stove is refusing to ignite. Time to see the boring sights. It's meh. So what? All right. Okay. Despite. Why is the sky so bright and white? Why is my jacket so little and tight? Why are those stupid kids flying droids and kites? No more happy, sappy activities in my hindsight. Being grumpy is my passion and birthright. Drinking the bitter bad and toss away the delights. Seeing a peaceful moment spoils my appetite. I wish I could rain down thunders with spite. The sunshine flowers and butterflies really bites. I love pure darkness, then glowing pale white. I love tossing the bulbs in everyone's lights. I love seeing fireflies and bullfights. I love setting fires in the dead of midnight. Why am I so crabby, grouchy, and uptight? Why should I tell you, have a grumpy night? All right. This is called The Strong Distance. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my wow. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. To where I belong, I'll be more powerful and strong. I'll rush along, no more slow finishers or prolongs. Hopefully someone waiting for me, no more killer bees, to set my pen heart free, a cure from this blackened disease. Maybe a new group of friends, burning away foggy time, hopefully we'll stick together in the bitter ends. That would be so joyful and sublime. Maybe it's a new opportunity, an ugly end towards another beautiful beginning, something to help the pure community, keep people's hopes upbeat and singing. Maybe it's just another day to get lost in a new story, a newer color than gray, to obtain nostalgic shining glory. Maybe it's to finish a hard challenge, something to test the body and mind, new awards to hold and scavenge, help to keep my chakra nicely aligned. Maybe it's to create another poetic piece, something to soothe the empty soul, a breath of pure ease, a sight to hear, digest, and hold. Maybe it's to grow and live along people like you, to enjoy lessons of being alive, look up and capturing the essence of the deep blue. Maybe I can be strong, test the trials, and go beyond the distance. No matter if it's right or wrong, life just loves seeing us prance, dance in a new stage of inner romance. Thank you. I got another piece. Sorry to say the least. This is called Lustful Hurricane. The euphoria swirling around me. Our tongues are wildly dancing, setting the sexual explosion free. I love this midnight spicy romancing. It's feeling like we're slowly melting. This feels so freaking good. We're moaning, shaking, sweating. No simple words, but we understood. We're climbing higher and higher, lost in sensational bliss. Our wet bodies on fire, drinking fuel from each other's kiss. I'm clinking to your sweet scent, mindless thoughts into blurs. I'm pitching your tent. Jolts we quickly and instantly transfer. I touch and lick your pussy. You giggle in delight. Oh no, I'm no wussy. I want to burn your nights. You feel so damn good. You moan in endless pleasure. We're blissful and misunderstood, soaring towards a new sensational measure. I'm enjoying this, baby. Your scrumptious body towards mine. Your screaming set me free, our blowing essence entwined. Your sexual energy intoxicating, trying to match your uncontrollable beats. The pleasure keeps elevating. I envelop and burning by erotic heat. Move with me again and again. Let your action lay bare. Let your clear rain transcend. We got tons of pleasure to share. You're almost there. I feel your dam about to burst. The happiness can't compare, moving to quench our thirst. Hearts beating like drums, feeling hot and dazed. The deep emotion will we succumb. You feel that the climax has been raised. Baby, slumber invites us. We tenderly kiss. Time to turn to dust. Time to dream a lustful wish. Thank you. Hope you stay fantastic, fantastic, majestic. Always never stay blue, always stay you.
Yes,
Eddie. You did it.
Eddie, way to slow it down. Yes.
Yeah, you good old Eddie foreplay came out.
Foreplay.
when you slow it down and everything. Yeah, because I know last week you read like a horror piece too, and you even changed your cadence and your style there too. So, like I mentioned earlier in the show, it's so cool to see everyone like developing styles and everything. And even in that last one, like you do a lot of end rhymes, but I heard like a phrase rhyme, like you matched the meter and everything on it too. It's like, oh, dope. Okay, I hear that. So Eddie, do you have anything big coming up this week that you like to promote, or just where can we find you?
Week, causing me to think. Let me shrink. Nothing I can't blink, but if I have anything, I'll wink. But if you want to hear more, I'll be near, I'll be here, I'll be everywhere. And I got tons of words to share because I care. If you want to follow me, my Facebook is Eddie Foreman. My IG is Eddie Foreman 92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my poetic and horrific insight. And I hope you have a great night and stay blessed. And remember to keep spewing the words that's inside your chest.
That's gotta be like a name of event. Word spew. All right, cool. Thank you, Eddie. All right, okay. I'm less talking, more introducing, because we got some more peeps. I want to make sure everyone gets on. Someone we love, our MV Lee. They killed it this weekend at Tumblewords. I messaged them earlier, like I had a serious case of FOMO. I had to work, but Lee's also gonna do a little birthday thing this Wednesday. But go ahead, I'm going to introduce you. We got Lee MS. Welcome back, as always. Part of the show.
So I do have 2 new shit and 1 old shit. So I'll start with the old and then with the 2 new.
1 old shit.
So here we go. This is called Autobody. You have reached the voicemail box of Lee Martinez Soto. At the tone, please record your message. When you're finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options. To hear your voice and the tremble you hide between breaths, to hear your voice and the whimper you just swallowed, aware of your unawareness, conscious of the absence. You have reached the voicemail box of Lee Martinez Soto. At the tone, please record yourself yelling. When you're finished screaming, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options. To know your day starts and ends with the static of me, unaware of the futile attempts at reaching, trying to tether myself onto you. You have reached the voicemail box of Lee Martinez Soto. At the tone, please hang up and do not try to call again. The void will not listen. To feel your absence as you confront my own, to watch from afar as you go through the motions of tears and choking for air and sleepless ponderings of what ifs, panic. You have reached the voicemail box of, if you don't hang up, you will be placed on a mailing list of all the secrets you have never shared, sent on a weekly basis to all the people you hate. You tried once again, despite it all pointing to a split, torn apart from our spliced cells, conjoined twins never born. I wonder at times if you hear me in between all that static within. You have reached the voicemail box of, the voicemail box is full. Separated at birth upon conception of self, and you panic at the sound of our voice, resounding within your throat, aware now of your absence and my inability to take control. You have reached, hello? That was one. And then we have this new one, it's called Mirror. I find myself at odds with the mirror, tired of its trite routine of showing who I'm supposed to be in warped reflections, rippled faces, twisting bodies, dissected pieces glued together to wrong places. I find myself at odds with the mirror, and I stare once again to try and trace the uncanny shape I take, create the mind map to which I shall compare the idealized me I can see inside my head. I find myself at odds with the mirror, and no matter how long I try to convince the other me behind to shapeshift into who we know we are, it won't change. I find myself at odds with the mirror, so I smash to pieces this glass self-lie who laughs at me in every reflective surface it finds. And I can no longer see myself in the mirror, but I can feel my mirror self clawing through these veins of mine. I find myself at odds with this body, and now I know I must be rid of all the flesh to finally be at peace. Then the last one, this is called Shadow, and I wrote it as part of the workshop that I gave this past Saturday. The ravenous shadow of my youth sits quietly in the back of this cobweb-covered mind, mumbling its anger to the carpet moths that have gathered as we clean through messes made on past lives. Their words echo through our temple, a mantra of could have, should have, would have, that would know no end, were it not because it now grows tired quickly of the old routine that left us a husk of us, which we later had to recreate to the image of us combined. I used to feed its hunger every hour, on the hour, a mouthful of flesh, seasoned with the flavors of overflowing thoughts, tidal waves of the fear of darkness, fear of loneliness, fear of feeling too much or not enough, and therefore being unloved. And every hour, on the hour, their bottomless gullet would open up for yet another offering of reds and blues and stale greens and yellow hues, demanding, begging, ever eager for more. Cut a vein and let young wine flow and go to waste on cold, pristine floors. Test your fists against the rawness of cold concrete, bend the bones to reshape the old shape that refuses to grow. Dig deep enough underneath your skin, just enough to bleed the anger out. But now we can sit and wait, stew in our own juices as we exchange exaggerated could have, would have, should haves, until this mind becomes too jumbled in old cobwebs and carpet moths to ignore. Now we can sit and wait and wait and talk and talk and wait and talk and write. And that's it.
Yo,
Yes.
that shit was lit.
Woo!
Yes. Definitely. Definitely.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to add.
Yes. Woo. Can't wait to see you, Lee. Yes.
Really cool. Wait, was there one more? Did I miscount?
No, there were 3. That's it.
Oh, dang. Okay. What the heck? I went in. I went into his own then. Damn, listening to those.
Dissociating now, Rishi.
Huh?
You're dissociating now, Rishi.
Oh no! Wow. Yeah, maybe. What's up? Okay. Thank you, Lee. And also, yes, you got your sheet there. Go ahead and let's spotlight that so people can see you here. Lee, we can find you. Go ahead. Yeah, go and take it away.
Well, you can find me. You can find me at Instagram as cadáveres_literarios. There's a spelling. I'll either way put it on the chat. And all my links can be found on link3/cadáveres, which I'll also place on the chat. We do have that Wednesday, right? The Wednesday
Yeah.
birthday, I forgot what it's called, feature. And we have on the 28th, the one with Fincabulary as well for spooky season.
Yeah, wonderful. If you are in El Paso, yes, thank you so much, Lee. If you're in El Paso, or at least El Paso region, or if you live close enough, drive on by. Join us on Wednesday at Craft Rhythm and Brews downtown. We're going to be featuring both Kit and Lee. It's going to be the spooky season double feature, birthday twins. Yeah, we're gonna have some drink. There's food there, and as a gift, I'm gonna record your sets. I'll film your set and also attach it with some audio. Shout out to the Linktree too for making it easier to promote things, right? Because you just put it all on there. Check out the Cash App, of course, as always, if you feel like sending a tip, if you can. So let's just keep going again, as always, just to keep moving. It was also the birthday weekend, Kit, and I dreamt up this really cool feature thing, but we'll talk about it. Like a lot of us do this where we're like, I got an idea, let's talk about it. And then we, like, wait, maybe we should hold off from saying that. But Kit is also going to be featured Wednesday. But of course, as you guys know, Mr. Monday Night, Kit, go ahead and take it away. Stage is yours.
All right, take it away, me. Okay. Yeah, it's really good. Slightly different surroundings because I'm dog sitting for someone in the neighborhood. So they have a nice little office where I can do this. But two of mine and then the cover poem. I thank God for the prose poem. I thank God for a backdoor into the heritage of poetry. The prose poem is a scholarship program for the musically indifferent, the rhythmically challenged, the formally indolent. I am equally thankful for its identical cousin, flash fiction. I switch which one I mean based on who I'm talking to, glad-handing like a city councilman. I don't have to babysit characters to an end to a harried novelist. I owe them nothing. I introduce them and move on, like the host of a huge party. I forage without taking a plate. I rhyme only when I feel like it. I drink and the wine becomes blood in my stomach. I trip and the trip becomes a metaphor. I accidentally cut my palm and the bandage thanks me for my honesty and vulnerability. Everyone in the ballroom is dancing with a different scrap of clothing they all take to be me. They can't all be right, but they're dancing. No one can fact check a dancer. And this next one I wrote at Lee's workshop. It's a bit ramble tamble. We'll see but Lee did an amazing job at Tumble Words, and we'll see how I did at Tumble Words. I am present as requested at an awards banquet where I am led to believe I am a betting favorite. As a brief aside, the discovery of betting markets on regional literary awards has profoundly changed my life. Thanks to a 50-to-1 parlay of the National Book Award winner for translated literature and the Prix Goncourt, I'm dressed to the nines. Wearing a morning suit for the first time since my aunt's wedding when I was 14. The doorman stops me and tells me I'm not on the list. He does not believe me when I tell him who I am. He calls me a Jim Dandy, like it's 1946. He says nobody dressed like me could possibly have something interesting to say. I show him my ID and he spits on it. He has all of my books, he says, and he finds this ruse disgraceful. He gets ready to spit in my face. He must be part camel. He takes too long in the wind-up and I run away. It's okay. I know the bar staff on the second floor. They razz me a little for the suit, They ask where my date is, but they listen patiently to the situation and sneak me in. Kids, always tip well. I am in the ballroom to see my shadow accepting my award, dressed like he lives in a train station. The bettors are happy. I should be happy. I took the advice bet on myself literally. He says vulgar things that I agree with. I shouldn't want to argue, but I do. I'm pissed. Not at my shadow. I regard him fondly like a misbehaving dog. Even his faults are great conversation starters. I am pissed, though, at all the people who told me to hide him my entire life, who are now giving him a plaque. That is my goddamn plaque. At the very least, it was a collaborative effort. Are they rewarding me, him, for ignoring them? Like a riddle telling trolls? My shadow is on the dais, drinking clear liquor. Oh no. Settling personal scores with people I have mostly succeeded in forgetting. I've been told that to carry on like that makes me tedious and small-minded, but everyone is laughing like jackals at his recollection of our ex-partner. This is dangerous. I pray that he avoids a certain four-letter word, but he steers right into it. I knock back a complimentary whiskey and brace myself for the shock and anger, but the room applauds. I can't tell if I'm relieved or scandalized. Don't encourage him. Don't let him wallow like this, but they're eating it up. My shadow is the only shadow in this ballroom. And this makes everything click in place. They're pretending that I, is the only one. I'm onto this scheme. And if there's one thing I hate, it's a fucking scheme. I stand and holler the first thing that comes to mind, a bit from Hawthorne. On every face, I see a black veil. The quote echoes, because my shadow is saying it too. He bro nods at me from the dais. I bro nod back. I'll see you at the house, he says. The crowd murmurs. We broke the illusion. They're arguing in whispers about which one of us is real. We both are, you stupid idiots, says my shadow. And I note with appreciation the political skill with which my shadow has played the long game, trapped everyone on the losing side, but made them give him a plaque first. It's sad, truly, all these people who are not friends with their shadows. How do they know who they are? How do they know where they end? All right. And the cover poem, if that wasn't too long, but the cover poem is, I chose this based on two completely separate conversations with Michael Sindler, who I don't think he's here yet. But this is a short poem called Why I Might Go to the Next Football Game by Dennis Johnson. Sometimes you know things. Once at a birthday party, a little girl looked at her new party gloves and said she likes me, making suddenly the light much brighter so that the very small hairs shone above her lip. I felt stuffed like a swimming pool with words, like I knew something that was in a great tangled knot. And when we sat down, I saw there were tiny glistenings on her legs too. I knew something for sure then, but it was too big. Or like the outside too everywhere, or maybe hiding inside, behind the bicycles where I later kissed her, not using my tongue. It was too giant and thin to squirm into and be so well inside of, or too well hidden to punch and feel. A few days later on the asphalt playground, I tackled her. She skinned her elbow, and I even punched her and felt how soft the hairs were. I thought that I would make a fine football-playing poet. But now I know it is better to be an old, breathing man wrapped in a great coat in the stands, who remains standing after each play, who knows something, who rotates in his place, rasping over and over the thing he knows. Why didn't he pass? The other end was wide open. The end was wide open. The end was wide open.
All right, man. Thank you, Kit. And yeah, congrats also on making it on ESPN.
Yes.
That was awesome, Kit.
So, in case people missed it and want to catch more of you, where can they do so?
I don't have my little site because it's still at home. But Instagram at Kit Ran Away, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports, just like it says on the label. Facebook on my name, Ko-fi.com/KitRan, and also thedentonite.com. You'll find some meticulously researched essays about football history. And a feature tomorrow at Time to Arrive. Friend of the show, Dane Ince, invited me, and I said yes. So I'm going to have a feature tomorrow. And then Wednesday, of course, there's the birthday double feature with Lee MS, who you've seen already and is supernaturally talented. And then Friday, the Poetry Pachanga. This is a busy week, man. I don't know when I'm going to fit the sleep in. This is all a mistake.
Love to love it. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it so much. As always, and also for always helping out, co-hosting duties, helping with the timestamps. Again, if you guys want to go and catch this episode or any of the past episodes, you can go on our YouTube channel and find them there. We have a whole playlist of stay-at-home open mics. Of course, we do post other content. I encourage you guys to check it out. Right now, I have a whole list of videos that I'm almost going to be done editing of fresh cuts. They're little sessions as well, like Tiny Desk Concert Series meets poetry, I guess. We filmed a session with Khan. So Khan's going to be on there. We filmed a session with Patty. I'm really excited about that episode. That one was super fun. All right, cool. Yo, I'm going to keep going because, the night is getting long. So Michelle Fernane, Michelle, thank you so much for your patience and being here. Are you still with us? Let me find you here.
I am still
What's up?
here.
Hey Michelle, how's it going?
Awesomeness. All of this awesomeness in the room.
Yeah.
So here we go. This one's called Reemergence. Come what may, I cannot wait for the day. It will arrive soon, I pray. A simple wave, a coy smile. Please do not beguile. Interlace your hand with mine. Embrace the inner soul with thine. Our hearts, I wish to intertwine. This one doesn't have a title. Breathtaking captivation, re-energize my soul. Pulsate pure rhythm along thy pilgrimage to worship the warrior within. Quench prolific power, courage, and empathy. A journey of what may or may never be. Savage darkness curses pure light. Let love forever burn bright. May illumination guide you toward a divine destination. A phoenix repeatedly rises. This one's called Everyday Mantra. Today I rise like the sun on its journey around the earth. I rise to face the battle of this day, the routine, and all the unexpected. I rise because the only other thing would be to sink into the depths of despair. Each day, a chance to rebuild, an opportunity for change, a choice for renewal. I choose light over darkness, love over hatred, peace over war. Today, I rise. And I'll close out with this one. Wishing I was Wonder Woman I don't have a lasso of truth, but I can see through lies. I don't have an invisible plane, but I can see the world. I don't have a golden tiara, but I have knowledge. I don't have the power to fight evil, but I can pray. I don't have a Steve Trevor, but I have love. I can't save the world, but I have hope. My mother wasn't Hippolyta, but she was wise. I am a true friend. I am a peacemaker. I am a truth seeker. I seek justice for the downtrodden. I am a champion for love. Maybe I am Wonder Woman after all. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you, Michelle, so much. I'm glad you stuck around to share that as well. Thanks for joining us today.
One of us. One
yeah.
of us.
One of us. One of us. There's like a whole page and everything.
One of us.
Yes, indeed, Wonder Woman. Is there anything you'd like to promote, like social media, website, a book, any upcoming events?
I have a Facebook page that I created called Rowena Writes. So I guess Rowena might be my stage name. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I dig it. I dig it. Thank you so much. And I'm glad we figured that out. I was so concerned, like, oh, who is this? I don't have one. Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. Thank you. And feel free to share any links as well in the chat. Rohan, that's cool. That's a good name. I think that works. You just fill it out, try it out, see what you feel. All right, let's go and keep going. So we're gonna go from Cincinnati to Long Beach, again, doing a little bit of traveling on these online mics. Beautiful thing. And we're gonna go ahead and bring up Ibrahim Kimani. What is up, man? Again, also thank you for sticking around. I know these get kind of late, but yo, take it away.
Thank you, man. Yes, I'll just share two relatively short ones because it is getting kind of late. And this one is called Life Cycles. Mother tells Earth to make some room in the universe for a baby in your room. Caterpillar coming soon on any given day. Build a cocoon safe for him to stay until he mature into a butterfly with wings secure to reach the sky. Above the clouds, high like airplanes, land on sounds of lovely foreign names, eager to broaden his pretty narrow scope in every garden across your globe. Eat a flower from the hand of nature, give him power to become a co-creator with a mate of his own to reproduce, offspring so great only to be cut loose, once fully grown with the means to survive, away from home as they travel worldwide, become so wise in making preparations to repeat life cycles for generations before parting ways with you the very minute death happily pays them a timely visit. And I'll share this one that I just finished writing today. It's called Sex Game, and it's not an erotica piece. So sex is not meant to be a sport played on a field or on a court. Penises should not pretend to be baseball bats, stepping up to the plate, swinging at all the cats. Vaginas are not bases to be stolen by runners, sliding inside when the opportunity is open. Dicks need not be held like footballs being thrown from quarterbacks to wide receivers going deep into the end zone. Pussies must not be treated as if they are a field goal post, used by kickers to boot their balls from afar, scoring the right to boast. Asses will not become rims with nets for every dunker to score an easy bucket, slamming his balls louder than thunder. Buns cannot be passed around from one arena to the next until the player gives a shot for the win with a second left. Sex is not a league where pros play the game until they retire and be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Be careful who you choose to give away your flesh. If in the wrong hands, it could lead to your death. End of the pieces.
Yes, man. Yo, Abraham, the righteous poet. Dude,
Thought provoking. I liked
appreciate
it.
that. Good stuff, man.
Abraham
Right, good dude
Kamali.
set off a good dude.
Yes.
Because a lot of times it's about
Yeah, dude. Every time I hear you, man, like especially with that last piece that you read, man, your voice, the cadence, like it reminds me so much of Gil Scott-Heron. You know, like the timbre, like the way you present the words, you know. So I hope that's a compliment for you, because I definitely meant it as one, you know.
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorites, man. So yeah.
Right on, right on. So you have your Instagram? Please promote that or anything else you'd like as well.
Oh yes, Instagram. Most of you guys know it's the Righteous Poet, WRITEOUS. I have another Instagram that I just started like 2 weeks ago. I got to put more posts on it. It's called Black Scholar Poet. So you guys can follow me on those two IGs.
That's awesome, man. That's a great name. Man, you got two great names. Instagram. It's not fair. No, that's cool, man. Appreciate that. I got to find that. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for everyone for joining us. Shout out, looking at the YouTube chat as well. Shout out to Antonio Garcia. Thanks for tuning in. Barrio Panther, what is up, man? Carlos Fidel Espinosa. He's also an El Paso writer, poet, performer. He's the homie. He has a book out called How to Lie to a Customs Agent. He's actually going to be doing he's going to do a reading this Wednesday for Papagayo from 12 to 1, and that's going to be online. If you're not familiar, Papagayo is like one of the student organizations that I kind of help with as well. On top of everything else, shout out to Jorge Gomez. And yeah, Barrio Panther is also taking submissions for Volume 4. Several of us were in Volume 3. So, I'm going to submit, but check it out. Shout out to Carlos. Love you, man. We also jam out music together. So, all right, let's go ahead and go on. Shout out to Amanda, La Tormenta. She couldn't make it today. She was, elsewhere, but she tuned in for a bit to support. So, as always, lots of love. And let's go ahead and, as you guys know, in El Paso, so like that's few of us here, but in El Paso we have a haunted house, and our next performer is is part of that. Although you can't say what he's doing or what he is. He's under contract, but he's gonna scare you. So if you guys are in the region, go check that out. But I'm gonna go ahead and welcome him up to the mic. It is the one, the only Dan, the man. Take it away, man. It's all you.
Thank you, Richie. Yeah, that's a cleaver.
Lovely.
Yeah. Speaking of cleavers, I've been looking through movies. Since this is October, Halloween is approaching. I'm looking through Halloween franchises, Saw franchises, Texas Chainsaw Massacres, Friday the 13th, Nightmare of Elm Street, few other franchises, but I mostly like Alien, Predator. My favorite's Scream. Yep, with the ghost face. Yeah. So let me see what rhymes with movies or rhymes with horror. So I'm gonna say like movies on October for Halloween. Well, we've got horror, we've got terror. Yeah, as I mentioned, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare of Elm Street, my favorite Scream. We got Saw, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there are plenty of horror franchises that we've seen. Some are some of the originals, some sequels, some remakes. Yeah, there are plenty. Yeah. I know sometimes they could break barriers, maybe. No, but there are new things, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Let me see what I can find. Give me 1 second. Oh wait, hold on a second. ARER. Hang on. Yep. As I mentioned, like besides horror, there's like a terror. Well, maybe it could be like a horror of error. Well, something you could be breaking barriers or like trials and error, or like Wayfarer, maybe torture barrier, or that's where you end up dead. You get carried by a pall barrier. And yeah, some horror films are farrier, if you know what I mean. Yep. So, and let me see what rhymes with horror or. Well, let's see. Let's see here. Hold on. It's with an HAORR. Okay, I got none. I got no words that rhymes with horror, but could relate to terror, if you know what I mean. Horror, terror. Well, they're like comparison with movies, but the contrast, 2 words, horror, terror. You know what I mean. Okay, what do you guys think, Richie?
Yeah, man. I was giving a thumbs up in case you didn't notice, but
Oh,
I know, man.
sorry, I must have turned off the I must have turned off the notifications, and I apologize for that. So, all right, but just to let you know, hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Sweet.
Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Damn it. Yeah, I think I got an error on this one. Give me a second. Hold on.
Is this for your card, man?
Before no, I want to show you that no, I just want to show you the oh bloody hell. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, guys, who has been to the Kaylee Q haunted house? The west is out superb, but yeah, they're going on for they're the east and west are kind of like battling out to see who's the best ones. Well, if you know what I mean. So yeah, again, my character is classified, and you see if everybody's seen the new location on the west side, it's at the abandoned Cinemark place at Sullen Park. Yeah, you know where that is? We used to have the sit where you have the movies right there. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. And the east side's at the Desert Warriors paintball where you shoot paintballs. It's like near the Homestead area, almost a mile east of Zaragoza intersection of yeah, of Montana. Yeah. So guys, you guys get the chance, but we got the final 2 weekends starting Thursday and next Thursday. The last day is Halloween. So Hope you guys don't miss it. Okay, so all right, guys. So
Like the soundtrack, man.
Thank you. Here it is. Okay. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and find Dan the Man's Weekly on Facebook. Don't forget the hashtag. And yes, and don't forget, find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. Search the title and watch it. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel. Okay. All right, guys. So here's the thing. I'm gonna have the whole thing on October for the Scenes of My Poetry Slam. So, all right, and the special Halloween will be filmed, edited, and it will be uploaded on Sunday, the day of Halloween. All right, guys. So all right. Okay, and oh yeah, I need to tag. Then I don't know if Kit or Lee may have saw my blog, my birthday shout outs, which is today, and it was uploaded since last Saturday. So okay, you guys want to check it out. And happy birthday, Kit! Happy birthday, Lee! I hope to see you guys Wednesday. So yeah. All right, guys. You have a good night. See you next Monday. Back to you, Richie.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that as always. A little sample of Dan the Man's Weekly, his weekly vlog and showcase, and as always to the birthday shout outs and tributes. Those are so important. So yeah, to all the love. So I know it was a late show, so I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to everyone who performed. I'm gonna go ahead and end off with this image here for you guys. Let's do this the right way though. Okay, yeah, full screen. Gotta full screen it, guys. So yeah, thanks for tuning in once again. Check out this week. We do have our stay at home open mic every Monday, but this Wednesday you can check out the spooky season double feature featuring DMS and Kit. You heard it. Dan, you can mute yourself, please. You got the smoke alarm and the hiccup. It's background music, man. I dig it. Anyway, check it out Wednesday. Come through if you are free, 8 to 11. And also this Friday is the big one as far as just kind of kicking off a little Southwest shakeup, getting a lot of poets into El Paso. And, we're going to, in addition to this, obviously this event is going to be super great. Be on the lookout for some cards, some flyers, just promoting some of our out-of-town guests. I'm going to be working on that in the next few days and putting that out. And of course, there's Tumble Words as well on Saturday, the 23rd from 1 to 3, featuring Stacy Dyson as well. And there's going to be lots of pop-ups. There's going to be all sorts of cool little things going on, hangouts. So we're going to go check out some bars, maybe some karaoke. I don't know. Just try and enjoy each other's company and get to kind of hang out after all this. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and probably even just end the live stream. Can I do it from here? I don't know if it will let me. So I'll just stop the share then. Yeah, thanks for tuning in for let's not end the meeting. I've done that before. For the live stream. See you guys next week. Looking forward to next week's host is going to be Poet Khan. All right. Khan is also going to help me host on the Poetry Pachanga and maybe if we have any other pop-ups. All right. So later, guys. Have a good night for the live.